Thinking big this week, reader. I think sometimes our biggest enemy is ourselves. Does that make sense? I appear to be making some strides these days as I get a little more comfortable in my own abilities, but still thinking I'm much smaller than others think I am. I wonder if it's healthy to lean into such ego. I have no desire to become that person who's just so full of herself that nobody else exists, because everyone deserves their own moment in the sun. I just think it might finally be my time to shine, you know? Incredible. Teleportation is rarely a pleasant experience, even under the best circumstances. Seconded. Even less so with an inexperienced magician uses an ancient dagger as a catalyst to move you across a plane of wild magic. You stumble.
Oh, God.
The shock of rapid teleportation throwing you off balance. Ringing in your ears is the only sound in the glen. Tufts of moss make for a soft landing. A large stone slab, ancient in origins, covered in green, sits before you. The familiar entrance of the Cadmium Sea. You all drop, barely resisting the urge to fall. Ben, however, seems pretty cavalier about whatever just happened. Like, woo! That was good.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if we could, like, not do that for, like, a while, please.
Oh, you get used to it after a while.
Noel's just like...
Did that also bring Azervan's zombies with us?
It appears to.
The Leshin and all that thing.
You see the bone Leshin and the sinew beast creep along behind her. Pretty lonely without their squadron.
With the corpse still in its antlers?
Yep.
Nice.
Ah, yes.
That. Daya's still probably looking really pale and just kind of like she's got like hands on her. She's shaking a little bit.
Campsite's a few paces outside of the sea. This might not be the exact same entrance that you guys came through, but I'm sure we can find that if you need to get back to it.
Let's just leave this sea for a moment.
Yeah, because we
Yeah. Are we
had a
feeling?
ship.
Are we
Yeah, I
feeling
think
like the emotion?
The effects
anymore?
of the sea.
No.
It's still there.
Cool.
Oh, it's still there.
Still there.
Oh.
Oh, so we're still all angry and depressed shit.
Cool.
Ugh.
Cool.
Shall we?
Yeah, please, let's get the fuck out of here as soon as possible.
Yay.
Great.
Follow me. He turns back on his heels and sprints towards the exit.
Hot. I'd follow.
Yeah, I follow begrudgingly. I'm not gonna be sprinting, but I do follow.
Yeah.
There is this element
I'm
of-
still fucking hurting real bad, so I'm like hobbling.
There's this element
yeah.
of exuberance
Same.
about him.
We're all kind of bleeding.
Re-energized at the thought of whatever it is he's about to do. He gets to the stone slab first and traces a few of the markings on the door. And you hear some of the magic activate, along with some ancient machinery and cogs, as it opens up, slowly turning on its side. The wounded of you walk over the few paces required to get over to the exit. Azervana stays behind, the last to leave. She stops before the exit and turns around, looking back into the ocean.
You okay, Az?
Any more perceptive people might notice what appears she's staring at.
Okay.
A familiar spirit. A ghost of her sister.
Oh.
Oof.
They do not exchange words. For a moment, it's just silent. While her sister, Mira, waves her goodbye. Mouths something. And Nazarvana does the same. She rubs something from her eye. She turns around, and her sister vanishes into thin air. Let's go.
I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry we couldn't bring her along.
That's fine.
So I'll just like pat her on the shoulder and turn to follow the rest of the group.
Flanked by her 2.5 minions, she follows you out. Ah, man, what a trip.
You could say that.
Yeah.
So you guys
But,
went to see my
mean-
camp, right?
Yeah, where's... Is it Steve and...
A few others. It's a little deeper into deeper outside that direction.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Yeah.
You okay?
No.
Yeah.
No.
We've had a fucking ride, my dude. So, and a lot more shit than I care to share. So, let's reconvene with people and, stop worrying about shit. Yeah?
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. They're about an hour this direction. You okay to make the trip?
Yeah.
I'm this far.
This way?
Day touches Ben's shoulder and... Ben, thank you. I'm sorry you've caught us at a very...
That's fine. I've done some
Kinda
reading on this
rough.
place, and it's really odd. I didn't hold any of it against you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It really is good to see you again, though. I wasn't sure what happened to you after Belen.
Yeah, we meant to try and check in on people, but it seemed like at every turn we just kept driving farther and farther away.
Everyone's dispersed. Whatever is happening here is beyond a lot of our control.
Yeah.
Then we just got kind of caught up in a tide of shit.
As one tends to do.
As one tends to do. Anyway,
Yeah. Hopefully if we can get all this done and make our way back to the ship, I can cook up some nice fish for everybody.
ship, what'd you sail here?
I would assume we're talking while we're walking.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a way, not
We
didn't
flew-
go, we didn't
Airship.
go on. Yeah, we didn't go on the ocean.
Oh, you have an airship?
Yeah.
That's
Yes, we do.
freaking cool. I gotta tell Zan about this when we get back.
He's gonna flip his shit.
Airship.
It'll be nice to see him.
Oh, and
Read
weren't
about
there
those.
6 of you?
Let's not talk about him. Yep.
Oh,
Wait, aren't there 6 of us right now because of...
well, I mean, like, where's
I'm just
the,
doing
the
like
other
out
one?
of character.
He's talking about.
He's talking about Cyrus, I know.
Yeah.
But like
The
he
original.
said 6 of us, but technically there are 6 people here.
He was referring to Cyrus.
Yeah.
He's talking about the original group.
Got it. Yeah.
That's what I asked earlier. There were only 5 of you. There's supposed to be 6.
Let's talk about this when we get there. It's been
Talk about it later.
a day. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Or let's just get somewhere safe.
Yeah.
He's not with us anymore. Let's just say that. Day is just kind of like holding back tears, whether that's because she's fucking hurting or
Yeah.
Hurting or
probably both.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go to camp, see how Steve and everybody have been, and just kind of air out for a bit. Yeah.
What's your name?
Is he talking to me?
Yep.
Right. We never really got a chance to talk in there.
Yeah, hi, I'm
Yeah.
My
Ben.
name's Ariaman. Just call me Ari. It's fine.
Oh, yes, sir.
Nice to meet you, Ari.
Nice to meet all of you. Well, in person, I guess. I feel like I've heard a lot about all of you, so I feel like I sort of know you, but
Hopefully, most of it good.
most of it.
That's fair.
Oh wait, now that Cyrus is gone, does anyone here speak Dwarvish?
I think I do. I think I still do.
Are you asking that
Hold
in
on.
character?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Hold on. I can't remember if because I did when I first made him, but I don't know if I switched it to something else. Okay, no, I don't. I switched it to something else.
Osmond says something under his breath in Dwarven.
What does he say?
After he says, mostly heard good things, Osmond says, surprising.
Ben gives you an odd look.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I don't think I want to touch any of that. But yeah, I'm sorry we had to catch each other in such dire straits. I kind of thought it would be like a more reunion sort of deal. Did not work out.
Yeah. But, I mean, with this group, it's kind of become the new normal, so...
A new normal.
Yeah.
Can I say that as we're walking, Vola's gonna have like a small sketchbook to kind of put down ideas, so she can then, when we get back to, do a larger painting of like what happened in the fight.
Okay. Yeah, write it down that you're taking the notes.
Yes.
Day is just she's kind of avoiding eye contact and just kind of like rubbing her arms. She's making her way, but she's focusing on the ground really mostly now.
Yeah, Osmond's trying to keep distant from everyone.
Yeah. You Osmond's probably, she's not making eye contact with you since you got out.
The small talk is kept, I'm gonna assume, somewhat to like a minimum for the rest of the way. Ben seems pretty sprightly, in spite of you notice like a small injury on his arm. You see like some blood start to trickle down. To which he seems very enthused by it. Checks it out.
I hope this will scar.
Exactly.
Okay.
And he leads you a little closer into this opening, where the trees are much less dense and normal sized, people sized.
Oh my god! Yay!
Yeah.
Thank God.
The stench of fey
Vola's just
magic.
gonna like low key just like touch one of the trees and be like,
I'm home.
The stench of fey magic no longer just making the air saturated and heavy.
Thank God.
You see a campfire. It's getting a little darker in the day. Reaching about 4 or 5 p.m. Here we are.
Cool.
Thank About how big is the camp?
It's
Do we see anyone from there?
you see different tents. You see like one big campfire, various tents that are around the place. One that's like way off in the distance. You see this one that has like various like metal like urns and pots and barrels that are kind of strewn along the place. These people travel together most certainly. It's a camp that's very built around a meeting space.
About how many tents? Do we see?
You see, let me double check real quick.
I guess I'm just trying to get an
tents.
idea of the
7.
what? 7? Okay. I'm just trying to get an idea how many people, how big this group is.
Do the tents have like any symbols on them or anything?
Nope. Clanless.
Cool. Then I'm gonna try and look around to find Steve.
Make it a perception check.
Coolio.
You said it's getting later in the evening, right?
It is. You don't see a lot of people. You see people who are just kind of, you imagine they're like mostly in their tents. Ben tells you a lot of them, especially some of the newer arrivals are very interested in hunting at the moment, trying to stockpile for the days ahead.
What season would we be in? You know?
You are approaching winter. It's currently the month of Nusa.
Okay.
Is there?
So yeah, it'd
also,
be good to stockpile. It's understandable.
I have a quick question.
Okay.
If it's 5 p.m., does that mean
It means it is
there are
5
10
p.m.
more hours of day?
Yes.
Got you.
There are 30 hours in the day.
Okay.
Gotcha,
Okay. And
okay,
so it
okay.
splits at 15. So midnight is hour 30.
Yeah.
Got it. Got you.
Okay.
That was a 15, by the way.
The 15, you don't see him. In fact, the camp is pretty deserted at the moment. You hear some rustling in one of the other tents, though, not by the sound of a canine.
Hey, like calling out to, hey, you guys.
No.
or
For the
you
last time, the inks need to go on the other chest. I use this one because it's larger, it's smoother. I need a clear writing surface. You are dumb.
I make my way
Steve's here.
toward the sound, and I just say, "You need someone who's more competent to help you sort shit."
And you you pick your head in the tent, and you see a Xanathos snow swallow with a 5 o'clock shadow. Some like hair that's like growing out a little bit, kind of like unkempt, and his elven features betraying his
Too bad Sai isn't here.
Oh no, he's hot.
Oh no, he's hot.
Nathan?
Yeah. How's it going, guys?
Hey! You only see Xanathos. There's also another person that you don't recognize in the tent as well.
Okay. Hey, it's nice to see you.
Hey, yeah, he
Sorry.
he gives you a fucking hug.
Yeah, I hug him
Aw.
back, and
And he like sees you guys behind him. He's like, oh, "You're all here. Where's Cyrus?"
Let's touch on that later. And
oh.
I'm gonna turn to the person I don't know.
His-
Hi,
uh,
I'm Nathan.
Who has a very high perception base score?
Not.
My passive perception is
base?
an 18.
Damn.
My passive is 17.
Okay.
Mine's 12.
15.
15 and up. You notice you notice Xanathos' gaze lingers on one of you.
Ooh.
Which one?
What's your passive
But not-
perception?
I wouldn't know.
18.
17.
I
Well, you
wouldn't
won't
know.
notice Nathan because you're hugging him.
Oh.
Ha.
15? Do I notice?
Oz would notice. I wouldn't. I have a 12.
I have a 12 as well. Vola is like, the fuck?
17, motherfucker.
Coolio, Hotman. Coolio.
Again, I literally have to build my characters to be good at perception if I want any sort of.
I actually can't
decent roll
message you
them.
on that account. As Ravana.
Ah, okay.
Mm.
Cool.
Ooh. Ooh.
Wait, hold
And
up.
Nathan is not noticing because he is currently hugging Mr. Xanathos Snow Swallow.
Hold up. I know we briefly talked about this. Have I read some of Xanathos' work before?
You have.
Hey, cool. I
Uh,
just wanted to.
the other person
solidify
in the
that.
room you notice is
my
another
notes.
human, brown hair, kind of gangly with glasses as well. Just like, Mr. So Swallow, I apologize. Just like, no, sir, I apologize. Got a little out of control. Haven't eaten today. I apologize. That was not my best behavior. Friends, if I might introduce you to my my cohort. This is my editor, and he drags him out of the tent. His name is William.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, Mr. Snow Swallow, as in Xanathos?
Yeah, that's me. Why is asking?
It is a real honor to meet you, sir. My name is Arianlin. I've read some of your work. Big fan.
Thank you. It's nice to meet some fans that don't want to kill me.
Why would fans want?
Many long stories. I'm actually in the middle of writing a new book right now, so you might be able to read it sometime.
Can't wait.
Yeah, I call it Ancients and Evils. It's a working title.
Pretty catchy.
What brings you guys here?
We were. Fuck, that's a long story.
I'm just following them. Really?
We were definitely some teleportation.
Yeah. So, how? A lot has
Do you mind if we sit down? We've had a bit of a day.
Sure. Ben, I imagine
It is good
you'll
to
be.
see you again.
It really is good to see you. Let's go by the fire, shall we? Oh my gosh, you guys are looking horrible. No offense.
As we're all like bruised and bloody and like dry.
Dea probably looks almost like a light pink with how much like pale she is.
Okay, why don't you all go sit by the fire, and I'll go get my friend and see what we can do to help you guys.
Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah. Actually,
Ben said
what
that-
am I doing? Mr. Gray, if you might grab Keely when you have a chance. Yes, sir. Thank you. You were saying, as Mr. Gray walks past all of you, nodding and keeping out of.
Lily
Ben.
and
William
Ben
Gray.
said-
That's amazing.
I just realized that. That's what I'm talking. That's what I just realized that. Good job. Anyway, I just realized.
Continue.
Ben said. Uh-oh.
I can't remember.
Look what you did! Anyway.
I'm sorry.
Anyway. Xanathos followed. Come on, to the campfire. I imagine you'll leave the space in a minute, but I don't see why they'd hide anything from you.
Thank you.
Always.
Yeah, no, I follow. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm following.
He leads you guys to the fire pit where a bunch of flames are already starting to spring to life. He brings a little satchel of his work and sits down on a nearby log. Ben does so as well.
Thea just kind of slumps down on the log and kind of just puts her head in her hands for a minute.
I just sit on the ground.
I
crisscross
imagine
with my
we have a lot
walking
of
stick.
catching up to do, yes? You guys don't seem very...
That's
Ola's just gonna pull out her portfolio When was the last time we saw him in terms of my portfolio? One sec.
I think
Yep.
as Ravana's trial.
No.
Back in Corwin.
No.
We saw him back in Corwin.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. Let's see. That was Corwin
They were-
Coast. Dang. Okay.
They were with the king.
Yeah, so he doesn't know like anything about like
It's been.
dragon, about.
I have a good amount of drawings for him to flip. Do you want me to just list them real quick, just to, like so
No, it's
you know
fine.
what?
He can list
Okay.
them.
Cool.
No, because there's a lot of them. I feel like we'd be here for a very long time if you listed all your drawings.
Recap.
I mean, it would be a good recap.
But yeah, no. So there's a So he
No,
gets
we'll
at
be
least-
here for a minute if you do that. So let's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
He
A lot of
seems
shit
very
happening.
impressed by a lot of your art, too. You've come a very long way since last we met.
Oh dang! And you can't even see my full canvases and stuff because that's in my room on our ship. So this is just within my portfolio.
Your doodles.
My doodles, yeah. I have one labeled "So Many Seagulls." I don't know what that is.
So many seagulls, I guess.
So many seagulls.
Ah.
Question mark?
Question mark?
Bees?
So,
Seagulls?
he flips to your portfolio and he's like, "This is very impressive." And you have a brief conversation on that regard. To start things off, I have to ask the owl bear in the room, where is Cyrus?
He decided that fucking off was a better idea than sticking with us. Long story short.
Oh.
No, honestly, not the first time that's happened. So
The fire
Let's go
pit
back to portfolio.
flames
to
a bit,
first time
like
that
it kind of
happened.
like goes with it.
That's not true.
But and I'm just Daya's just not saying anything, just kind of like hands and just staring at the fire.
I'm sorry about that.
it was his choice. I mean, as much as I would have rather he stuck around and, helped, if he doesn't want to help and it seemed more and more like he didn't want to, I'd honestly rather he do something else.
Well, people get lost in the woods all the time.
Yep.
I hope he's okay where he is.
Me too.
Yeah.
And you said your name was Arianlin, right?
Yes, that's right.
It's still a pleasure to meet you. I'm sorry I didn't have like a real. I'm a little not all here right now.
No, I understand. It's fine.
What brings you guys in the area? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Show me them! Gray, I swear to me! You see Mr. Gray like hurrying down the hill towards the campfire. He's like, Jesus Christ. Followed by a gnome clad in green robes, a little flower crown, and blonde hair. With like a million like bags and poultices and wrappings like on her body, like
Amazing.
hello, and she strides over to all of you, and he sees like the bleeding. What happened?
I don't know about the rest of everyone, but spider.
Okay.
Spider.
This is fine. This is fine. It's fine. Oh, what kind of spider? I love spider. Oh, not the time. You're not poisoned. You're not dead. Good. Anyway, sit still. Let me see your arm. Yes. And she starts like tending to your wounds, talking to herself the whole time.
I was gonna join in on the conversation about spiders. I know a few different kinds.
You know things about I love spiders. I had a pet spider once when I was growing up. I named him Little Green. Because he looked green.
Osmond just like crosses his arms and shifts his weight uncomfortably.
What kind of spider was it?
He was a jumping spider, an early breed of the Acromantula strain. Oh, it was so cute, especially when the way he like ate the little flies as they were.
Daya's like putting her head between her legs right now and getting a little bit.
He was so well fed. He was a pudgy little boy. Oh, he was a pudgy little boy. He might have been a she. That's something I gotta unpack later. You know, the size of their butts usually indicates if they're a female or a male.
Right. I used to have a pet spider too. Mine was a special kind though. She was what would hold on, I actually have to go find my notes for this because I wrote it down.
Everyone, this is our traveling companion. Xanathos greets you all. Her name is Keely. She means well. If you can get a word in edgewise. While he's looking. The rest of you are...
Starlight spider.
A starlight spider.
Yeah.
What are
She was
those?
sort of the runt. What? I explained to her what a starlight spider is.
They're... I love them.
And
I
mine
love
was
them.
super small. She was like sort of what you would call a runt, I guess. It's very tiny, not much bigger than the size of my thumb.
Daya looks ready to murder the fire. She's like got like bags under her. She's just like staring at the fire and it's just like...
You'll find it's very difficult to remain super edgy and moody when Keely's working on your injuries. Because you in particular have a lot of injury to go through. Just like, I'm gonna need a minute with you. Bandages will be required. Come.
If there's any way I can help, let me know.
No. And she grabs your hand with both of her hands, and like drags you to behind the tree.
Who?
You, Dad.
Me? Oh, okay.
Like, hey.
Okay, I follow.
Come on. She takes you like behind a tree in like this secluded spot where like the leaves are thickest, and she starts taking your clothes off.
Oh, is this necessary?
And she gets it like the large wound right in your abdomen.
Okay.
Because she sees like the spider bites.
Yeah.
And she starts like applying like all these various ointments that sting and burn and all of these like patches, and starts wrapping you up almost like a mummy around your torso.
You probably heard like a yelp when she started taking off my clothes, and then another yelp when she's applying the...
I imagine it's probably like being wrapped in something probably isn't something you want to have happen right now.
Right now.
Considering the cocoon.
Yeah.
It's just around your abdomen, your midriff. Okay. And just like, might want to hold tight for this one. And she like pulls something
like a corset.
tight. Yeah. And you hear her let go, and you hear a snap.
Ow.
All done.
Thank you.
It's looking kind of loose. Should we get tighter? Let me just get it right here.
Oh,
Take
God.
No, I think it's good. It's good. And then she just like chucks your clothes at you. She takes the cloak like, ooh, like the purple cloak. Ooh, this is very nice. What's this made out of? And she wraps herself in it and pretends to like be like a Darth Vader, like a vampire.
That's...
It's clothes! I like this. You have good taste.
She kind of folds it up and just kind of...
Anyway, what's your name? What's your brand? What's your story?
My
name's Keely. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm a druid. I love plants, and long watch on the beach, and a good sandwich.
What a fucking mood.
Very
Same.
Her voice is naturally much higher and much squeakier than mine can achieve, which is surprising. But you imagine like this little mouse lady, like talking constantly.
Nice.
Oh, but I like sandwiches. I like a lot of things. Sunshine is great. I've been to the ocean. Sharks are so cool. I love flowers. What is your favorite kind of flower? Daffodils are like the best. Yellow is an amazing color, and I would die for it. Oh, but what? I don't think. Sorry, what was your name again?
Dea.
Darcy. Dea.
Dea.
Hi, it's so nice to
Dea.
meet you. My name's Keely. I'm a druid. I like long walks on the beach. Sandwiches are great.
Keely, thank you so much for fixing. Sorry, my name's Dea. I can do magic.
Oh.
Sanguilily.
Gesundheit.
That is my favorite flower.
Ah! I've never seen that kind of flower before. What's it look like?
Doesn't my robe kind of have like little embroideries or something like
It does.
that? Or yeah, like kind of like this.
Oh, I
Like
bet
a
it
lily,
tastes
but very-
good.
I wouldn't.
What, have you tried?
Would I know if they're good to eat or not? I wouldn't assume they would be good to eat, considering.
Traditionally used in medicine, not so much cooking.
In culinary.
Yeah. You know, they kind of they make this this kind of like they make the mist around them and fog like very red. Their pollen is very pungent, so
Oh, pungent.
Yeah.
See, I'm thinking soup.
yeah, it's kind of like a red soup all around the ground when it's all misty in the morning.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm casting like mending on any holes or something in my clothes as I'm putting them on. Anyway,
arcane magic. Okay, I wanted to know if you were like
Yeah.
me. I like plants.
No,
I don't know if you knew that.
I guess I know different people do different magics, or I was just born with it. I guess I don't really know what that makes.
She
me,
was
but,
born with it. That's very cool.
Anyway, yeah. Thank you. Maybe could you? I know some of my friends are hurting pretty bad. I
Oh
think
my
I'm
god.
okay.
Yes. Look at me, the chatterbox. I'm sorry, I'm free to go sit down. I have other things to do. Yes, indeed. Indeed.
We'll catch up later, I guess. Or
Yes.
thank you.
Yeah. She shakes your hand aggressively.
Aggressive shaking.
With both of her hands.
Yeah. All right.
Then she comes back around the tree and like sprints and starts working on your other injuries.
I make my way back and sit down. Just like kind of hugging my middle.
Do
Man,
we hear?
We're
Do
all injured. Like, even Vola's injured.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's working on you. It's just Dea almost died.
Yeah.
That's true.
I shoo her away when she gets to me.
You shoo her away? How do you do that?
If I
as
notice
she
that,
comes
I'm
up,
gonna say,
I just kind of like hold my hand up a little and just say, I can take care of myself, thank you.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
and Dea's actually
Well.
gonna kind of like glance up and be like, Oz.
Mr. Independent over here.
Dirty 20.
Okay. You're all stubborn.
Stubborn.
Real stubborn.
Can you roll with advantage
Roll
because Dea's
stubborn.
giving him the stink eye?
I did. So what do you say again?
I just say, I can take care of myself, thank you.
Oh. Okay. I was trying to be helpful.
I appreciate the help.
Next! And she hurries off to Azurvana, who gets very who obviously hears like sirens in her head. Wee woo! Wee woo! Wherever you are tonight, Azurvana, no. We miss you. Wee
We
woo!
honored you.
So
Does she
is
get to
using-
all of us? Oh, sorry, go. Go, go.
Is she using magics to heal us at all?
Medicine and some druidry.
Oh, so I can tell that it's druidry.
Yeah.
So, I'll let Sai go, and then I'll go after.
No, I was just gonna say, does she get around to all of us? Cause I got fucked up pretty bad in that spider fight.
Oh yeah,
too.
she goes to all of you.
Okay, cool.
So
Just
we're
wanted to
back
make
up
sure.
to full?
No, it's like helping the wounds set. You will be back
Oh,
to
okay.
full after this rest.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. So once she gets to Nathan, he's like, "Oh, holy shit! I've only met one other druid. I'm sorry."
You do magic things?
And so I'm gonna pull out my spear and show it to her. Yeah, this is what I mainly use. Don't mind the jumble of trinkets. I'm trying to figure out how to organize them. But yeah, I've been kind of just fucking winging it. Sure. Just, like, be careful. Yeah. And he's like, be careful with it. I need
She
you to
takes it and
go.
almost falls over and almost like slashes your fucking head off, Vola.
There she go.
What?
Nathan is like putting his hands up and he's like, hey, I made that. I made that from home.
What's
Please
the
don't
jaw?
fucking break it."
Is it a fish? I love fish.
It's a shark, actually.
What's a shark?
From...
Yeah, she said she-
Yeah, she says she likes sharks.
I know.
Nathan's like, big gray thing.
A shark! I thought you meant a shark. A shark! I love
Like-
sharks!
Yeah, I was swimming one day, ended up biting me, so I got it and kept it.
Do you know how much damage I could do with this? I
Yes,
could
I know.
cut so many things!
Nathan's like he's actually in this pose, he's like, okay.
He's like, panic!
She makes like a few like heroic poses. Yeah. With the spear. Like, okay, Kimmy please. Kimmy please. Ben, you see him flash into reality from behind her and like stop the spear.
Yeah.
Kimmy please. Why do you ruin my fun? I'm sorry. Okay. And she let go of it.
I take it back and I'm like, sorry, it is kind of like it's important to me. I actually don't think I've ever let anyone else hold that before.
It was so cool and I'm so honored.
It's not the most elaborate thing I've made with my stuff, but I
It
mean,
doesn't need to be elaborate to be cool.
yeah.
I'm
but
a
like
fan
this,
of the simple things.
yeah. But I've made some other stuff just with little things. I haven't been able to make anything crazy except for, the Leshen, but that was with Az's help.
The what?
Oh.
Is the Leshen not here?
Oh.
The what?
Like, out of character, is the Leshen not here?
Oh no.
Not around. It seems Azravana had the foresight to keep them a little out of the way.
Okay. It's Nathan just thinks and he's like, just mingling of different stuff. Side project. But
I do that
did
kind
make-
of thing too all the time, actually.
Like,
Yeah, like once I combined my love of cooking with my love of walking, in which I developed the mobile sandwich.
That actually sounds pretty cool. I did something similar where, like, my less of love for people, I combined with druid stuff, and I pull out my mask, the shark mask. It's a bit rough. It was like the first thing I tried to make, but yeah.
I love it! That's hurting my throat so bad.
And maybe don't do that.
Yeah, but
Anyway, This is a lot of fun. I'm sorry, I have a lot of work I gotta go do. Thank you for introducing me. It was so nice to meet every single one of you, and I hope we get to be great friends in the future. She goes around. Shake, 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 shake. And goes back off to her tent. Xanathos and Ben look like they've just been hit by a tornado.
Seems about right.
Yeah.
As does Mr. Gray.
I feel like all of us. Just
There's some tornado happening.
That was a lot.
Righty. Well.
Anyway,
So,
fill us in.
so really long story short. And is Ben there or is he?
Ben is here.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start from the beginning, kind of, just to fill Ben in as well. Fuck. So after Plautus.
If you need to use my sketchbook to help you, feel free.
Okay. After Plautus, we made our way a ways to Velen. We helped with a slide situation there.
You'll remember they were there.
Yeah, Ben was there.
Yeah, right. My bad. Sorry. So Nathan remembers and he's like, yeah, so after we were done there, we made our way to Saberhagen. We had to deal with some legal situations there, to put it very lightly, and then we were driven out of there as well by a wave of undead. We met with some people, made our way to the capital, figured out a situation with a keep, and we made our way up to fucking Scythia.
You don't know.
Made our way up to Scythia. Figured out some shit there. Ran into one of Eliza's henchmen. So that was fun. Be kind of careful about people. She can, like, some of her people can disguise themselves as who the fuck ever they want.
Oh, we know.
Right.
I think you've come to the right place as far as that railroad's concerned.
Cool. We'll touch on that in a sec. But so after that, we learned that there are weapons that we can use against her. And so we made our way here to try and find one of them. After we had to deal with a situation.
And Ben asks, were you successful? As Nirvana tamps her scythe a little bit.
Yeah.
In a manner of speaking?
Yeah.
Oh. Whoa.
Yeah, but between that, we had to deal with a cult and a dragon up near the northern end of the continent.
Dragon?
Yeah.
What doing?
Yeah.
You guys have been through a lot since we last crossed paths. Damn.
Yeah.
Nathan forgot the juiciest bit. Apparently we're part of a prophecy.
I believe you're a part of a prophecy.
No, all of you are.
What?
Sorry.
What's to say who is?
Well, we know you are. I mean,
pretty-
Ogma told you, right? Or the gods did.
I'm just saying we got that prophecy when Cyrus was still with us.
That was
It's
sort
not
of
there
my
now.
next question is, there's supposed to be 6 of you, and now there's only 5. how is that gonna? I mean,
the way I see it, now that I've had more time to think, if we get the weapons, it'll be harder with just 5 of us. But, I mean, if you're willing to help since you came along, we
that's
still have a
the
chance.
whole reason I'm here.
Yeah, so, I mean, we still have a chance.
Alright.
It's
And,
not hopeless.
question. Did you just retcon your explanation of Plautus and Velen, or did you actually explain and then remember, oh wait, you were there, flash forward?
Yeah, the second one.
Second one? Okay.
I didn't noodles a whole lot.
Cool.
Like, what I said is what I said.
Okay. So then, also, did you say you've been to Plautus? Plautus?
Yeah.
Plautus.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
That, at least supposedly, is where one of them is?
Fuck. Okay.
What is happening?
I'm sorry. How do you know this?
What?
Who are you? What?
How do I know this?
Yeah, you do know an awful lot about everything that's.
Yeah, and the last
kind of-
person who knew a lot about that ended up poisoning one of her friends. Well, all of us, but especially one of her friends.
Oh no,
An unfamiliar voice from behind you. I'd be very interested in this as well.
I turn around.
Who the
You
fuck
s-
is this?
You see an old woman, white hair, gray hair, in knight armor. A broadsword strapped to her back, with ruby earrings. You see her holding Steve, the corgi.
nice.
Like, Nathan is like, Steve!
Oh, it's you. It's you!
Daya gives a faint smile, like deliberately. It's good to see you, Steve.
And he jumps out of the woman's arms and like approaches all of you.
How's it going? You look tired.
He doesn't speak.
That's uncharacteristic.
Yeah. Okay.
He just enjoys the presence of all of you. In particular, he goes up to Azravana and Daya.
Steve turning into a real dog.
Daya just kind of like reaches out, and if he start just slowly scratching behind his ear.
He enjoys
Good to
that.
see you.
He's turning into a real dog. No.
Are you okay? Daya picks him up. Okay, you still don't like that good. I set him back down. I set him back down.
And then when he gets closer to the ground, he gets.
Are you okay? I scratch more. How long has he been like this?
Ben speaks up. He recently got some news that his old compatriot Cornelius, sorry, there is no way around it, has been killed near Belen.
Steve, I'm so sorry.
He hasn't spoken a word in months, but that's the most I've ever seen him do in a while.
Alright, Day doesn't care. She's picking him up, putting him on his lap, and just scratching.
Okay.
I suppose you're the ones that we've been waiting for, the woman says.
You guys have been waiting?
Been looking for you, actually.
Why?
Allow me to introduce myself. Many folks in my circles call me Dame Jensen, but you can call me Ruby.
Wait. 1 second, please.
You may call me Ruby. I was once a knight, long retired.
1 moment, please. Okay.
It's a pleasure to meet all of you.
Wait, what kind of armor is she wearing?
She's not wearing armor you think she's wearing.
Okay.
It's standard knight armor.
Got it.
Your exploits have been quite the talk.
Okay, so are you trying to help us with what's going on?
My friends and I have a vested interest in stopping the witch Eliza.
Fair enough.
We were told there would be a bard amongst you.
Not anymore.
Gone.
Plans change.
No.
In the meantime, as much as I would love to talk more about this, and meet all of you and be more formal, I was listening to your conversation and I am intrigued. You. Sir. Arianlin. What do you know about all this?
Yes.
You seem quite knowledgeable in this field.
Only what I've read back home. I'm sort of a bookworm, I guess. I like reading and just research in general. And back home we have this huge library filled floor to ceiling to books, and I worked there for a really long time. And like I said, I came across this prophecy, and I don't remember all the specifics, but I remember the 6 ravens and the 7 weapons, and something about basically the world gonna live or die by the actions of the 6 ravens, and all about stopping the White Witch.
Might I ask where you come from?
I come from the
Very
northern
far
part.
away.
Sorry, who are you talking to?
Ariana.
yeah, who are you-
Okay, my bad, sorry.
Very far away.
Where is very far away?
You probably wouldn't know it.
Try
me.
him.
The
Not
effects of the
most.
forest have worn off, by the by. After you exited the Cadmium Sea.
Cool.
Not most, don't think that's an, surface dwellers, I guess, would be a nicer name for you. Most people don't know it. I think what you all call it would be the Underdark.
DM, do I know a
unless-
lot about the Underdark?
Only that it is... Make a history check.
It dark.
It's dark, and it is under.
Congrats.
That's actually really good. 26.
Jesus.
Well,
Some
I
of
mean,
the
you
Janusaar's
are-
most horrifying creatures lie in the Underdark.
Exciting.
The followers of Lulf, which is a subset of Nox, is the spider goddess. Is heavily worshipped
Familiar
down
with that
there.
one, I believe.
Familiar with that one. Very familiar with that one. There are many undiscovered treasures and areas in the Underdark. There is no real civilization, so to speak, that is constant. It's not a pleasant area.
Mhm. I have some familiarity. I guess my question is with who you lived with.
Mostly just my kind. A couple of gnomes and dwarves, but mostly just uh, again, I think drow, uh, people like me. Um, and like I said, I spent a lot of my time in library, and I read. I think I eventually got through every book in there, or close to it, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to keep track.
I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time tracking because in order for us to find out about this prophecy, one of my old friends and longtime mentors died, and yet you just read it in a book.
Well, see, this is the strange part. It was a book I'd never seen before. Like it just appeared one day.
Did it look like?
I don't know, damn, what did it look like?
Uh,
I have ideas, but I
you're referring. Okay, yeah. It just looked like a leather-bound old tome.
yeah.
How long ago was it?
And it just appeared in this massive library.
Dea, his
Probably
description
about
matches
12 years ago.
the markings on your Book of Angels.
I'm gonna pull it out. Sit it on my lap.
The only difference here, Arianlin, is that the book has black pages with gold trim.
Yeah, it looked sort of like that. Different color pages, but it just appeared one day, and it was a long time ago. My uncle, he was sort of tied to the library. He very spiritual guy, meditates a lot. He told me I brought this book to him, and he told me he was having visions of a very similar thing, and we brought it to like our government, I guess, or as close as we get, and we said we got to do something. This witch is coming back. If the white witch is coming back, then we got to do something. And they basically shrugged us off. So my uncle and I spent the next, I don't know, 12 years training so I could learn how to fight and come up here and aid the Ravens any way I could.
Do you still have the book? What happened to the book?
No, it's still back in the library. I left it. I didn't want to bring that with me.
So you spent 12 years of your life just turning to come help us.
Well, it was more that I wanted to come and help, but I knew my parents were completely against it. Our entire government, our entire culture was sort of against the whole thing, and my uncle was what said they were right that I couldn't leave and just go out on this journey by myself without learning how to defend myself. And he said we had time, so he said until the time came, we could train and I could learn to fight and at least protect myself. And there was a lot of time, and finally one day he had another vision, and it was sort of this weird disturbance is the best word I can come up with it. And we knew it was time, and so I set out, and that was a few months ago, I think. And I've been trying to. I had no idea where I was going, but I almost immediately started hearing rumors about. Figured it had to be you guys.
Why was your people so against you leaving?
They figured that whatever happened to, well, we call you all Lightwalkers. They figured whatever happened to the service world to the Lightwalkers, it was none of our. And that if something were to come down and destroy all of you, they'd never get to us. We're too far underground, and we have this ridiculous labyrinth we built to keep everybody out.
I hate to say it, but they're probably wrong.
That's what my uncle and I said. I figure if there's something big and something powerful enough to wipe surface life, it's only a matter of time before us.
Well, hopefully it doesn't come to that.
I hope so.
Yes,
too.
I think I might have some more conversations to have with you later, but for now. Ruby, were you saying something? Have something to say?
Also, just want to point out this entire time, like, Ariellen has been sitting very rigid on the floor, like, legs crossed, and, like, gripping his walking stick very tight, and, like, fidgeting.
Ruby has something of a motherly type aura. Or should I say, like, grandmotherly. Eagerly listening to every word that came out of your mouth. Very intrigued. We were about to receive a report from one of our scouts. And I will have to pick your brain later about all of this, because this is more information than we've gathered in months.
TM, can I tell if Arianlin is being genuine in that, like, he just wants to help?
Yeah, make an insight check. Ari, roll persuasion or deception, don't tell me which.
Okay.
31.
Yeah.
Oz is doing his thing again.
15.
15? He is...
15.
Is he truthful?
Yeah, absolutely. He's
He's
100%.
genuine.
He's literally just here to help.
Okay.
He's just super fucking nervous.
He is
Yeah.
an anxious boy.
Yeah, Osmond's posture is kind of relaxed just a little bit.
Yeah. You sense he is being very sincere. He is just very, very angry
Okay.
and very nervous.
But Ruby talks to you. We were about to receive a report from one of our agents, and I hope you are fine with us doing that real fast.
Sure. I don't see why not.
Wonderful. Mr. Gray, if you do not mind. Of course. He sits about around the campfire. You see him draw a couple runes in the dirt around the pit. After a moment, you see him mutter something under his breath, and after a moment you see the smoke start to hang in the air, not reaching up, evaporating like normal, but simply gathering. Shapes are formed in the smoke. Figures. Hello? Can you hear me? Ruby? You see a tiefling with a wagon. A familiar tiefling, actually. If you want to make a history check.
Oh, is it
With the wagon? Ishal?
oh shit. Rena, Griffin girl.
If you want to make a persuasion check.
Oh, Griffin Girl.
Oh shit!
God, it starts with
Man,
an R. I
this
have
is
it
a
written
lot.
down.
These are a lot of callbacks.
History?
I remember who it is,
I don't remember.
but I'm not
They're
Cyrus,
dead.
so I can't tell you.
History?
History.
17.
Okay.
Nope, I don't recognize her.
Did you roll, Vola?
Let me see. So history
Has its
has
eyes
its
on you.
eyes on.
Yeah, there it is. Thank you.
It's gonna be an 18.
Okay, yeah. Oh, whoa. Okay. What did you get, Nathan?
Oh, that one.
Oh, okay. You remember it being there was a tiefling back in your earliest days of adventuring. You remember her blue with like vitiligo kind of like along her neck and her face, with blue hair, with a propensity for getting into trouble, named Aura. You remember her wagon got crashed and you had to save her from a group of griffins.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That was pre-stream.
Dang,
Yeah.
that was
That
a
That
lot.
was! Oh
Yeah,
my god, I forgot.
There are a lot of callbacks.
That was a
attached
solid
by
like
griffins,
almost 2
right?
years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello? We can hear you just fine. We actually have some friends joining us. Oh, neat. You see her like trying, like her smoky visage, like try and like fix her clothing, with her hair, with her horns. Everything is going as we anticipated. And what of the Black Curse? Still about a fortnight away. It should reach Morum Valley in about. I would wager, Trissa and I, perhaps by the final week or two of Ayustala. That is soon. It is. We've been trying to do what we can to gather information out here, but I'm not much of a fighter, and Trissa is not very cooperative. Let her do her mission, you do yours. Is that all? You hear another voice from out of, like, the magic get formed into that of a dragonborn female. Hooded. Cannot see her identity. I have been following the cult as you instructed. And are the rumors true?
Day gets rigid.
They have, through their newfound sanguistry, they have discovered some horrific feats of magic, including the art of teleportation. I fear their lair moves now. Could be anywhere.
Just like Jazina.
They have something called if my sources are correct, I have one within the circle. There's a font of magic they draw from, their new god they pray to, called the Blood Pit.
Dea does not hide her confusion. She is obviously very perplexed as looking down.
All attempts to scry have proven fruitless. It seems the mist that surrounds their village also dissuades magical prying eyes. You will keep on them, yes? Yes, of course. Ara looks around, trying to get through, like, the magical defenses. Where is... Sorry, might I ask who is joining us today? Some adventurers we pulled out of the Academy MC. The ones in the prophecy, it seems. Oh! I didn't think we'd make such strides. That is good. Maybe we can stop this before it gets out of hand. Maybe?
If I may, by Black Curse, are you referring to the plants?
Is that... I know that voice. Have we met, sir?
I'm not sure.
It's hard
I'm
to
just
see
gonna
through
pop
the
up and I'm gonna
magic.
be like, yes, we have. And I'm gonna be like, Nathan, don't you remember? She had the cart with the griffin. Long time ago.
Shit, right, okay.
Oh, you are the people that saved. It's so nice. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so happy that you made it. Yes, the black foliage. Yes.
Yeah, so I made so they can be burned out. I know it's not ideal to burn plants in order to cull a plague, but sometimes
It also
it
took a lot out of you, Nathan,
right, but
just
and
to do such small plants.
You
it'll
burn them one leaf at a time.
I've
I'm
been
not
doing my own amount of research too. It's spreading like wildfire. It should be at the base of Morim Valley in just a few weeks.
right. I'm it can be combated. It takes a while, but
There is something else about the curse. It seems
oh,
there are new buds forming. It's not just infecting things. It's turning them into something else. Making them, what's the term? Carnivorous. I've seen
Like
some
the
with
plant?
spores. I've seen some devour animals. It's not only spreading, it's growing.
I'm gonna look today and be like the ones that you're
Those plants back.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
hmm
If they're
So
tampering with the same magic, then it's
not only do they grow when death is present, now they're actively killing.
Ever since the one called the witch made another death knight, according to our intelligence. I think there are 3. There is one named
Faith.
Faith. Has
I
been
know
seen
her.
in the area tampering with the plants, changing them, altering creatures the White Witch employs, making them fiercer, more violent, grotesque.
Well, she just climbed even higher on the shit list. Cool.
all right.
But unfortunately, that is all we have for you, Dame Jensen. You've delivered well. And thank you for your intelligence. Be safe. Check in a week's time. The usual. Yes, my lady. The smoke returns to as it was. The feel of magic dissipates from the air. Ooh, he's off to kick some ass.
Also, when they mentioned the cult, she's like grabbing her hand.
Yeah, my husband probably would have put his hand on Dea's shoulder.
It grows dark.
Right. It's been a long day.
Keely is an excellent cook who can provide for you all, should you wish. I'm afraid we don't have any extra spare tents,
That's okay.
but we'd appreciate it
Bola's
if you
just gonna
stayed.
start like building.
But if you stayed at least the night, we might get you fed and figure out a way forward, yes?
Osmond like briefly turns to look for Cyrus to tell him to put up the dome, and then just clicks and then he just turns back.
Yeah, this is why Vola is building. Vola is like out. She's like, okay. She's collecting like things and making lean-tos against trees.
I have a bedroll, so
Lean-to.
So do I.
thank you for your hospitality. It's nice to see people that honestly I thought so many more were dead after. It's nice to see people again.
There may not be many more of us in the coming months. But this is grim and dark. And honestly, we've had enough of that. So please, get yourself sorted. I'll see what Keely and I can do for you.
Thank you.
Ben,
Sir.
Scout?
Appreciate it.
Yes, my lady. Anytime as well. They disperse. Mr. Gray goes and follows Ruby. Steve, however, stays right with you, Dea.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just kind of hug him a little.
The
I feel
sadness
so
is
bad.
palpable.
I'm kind of using him also as a emotional kind of. I'm just gonna melt into the fur a little bit.
But Xanathos sits by. See you guys at dinner?
Yeah.
Sure.
sure thing.
Azurvana, I'm gonna work on getting the ship.
Right.
That's a good idea.
Oh, question, did who has the guns now? Do I still have them on my person? They drop.
I believe
Did
Ben would have them.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think Ben
Yes.
has them.
Okay, I remember I thought someone picked him up because I don't think I have them anymore, but I just wanted to make sure.
Ben has them.
Okay.
Mhm.
Last you saw. And Azurvana goes off. And Xanathos watches her for a minute. And follows her.
Oh shit.
Y'all do want to do anything here for dinner?
Is Steve still here?
He's
Oh, yeah.
on my lap.
Eyes closed.
I'm gonna kind of look. I'm like, Oz, can we go and talk more? A minute.
Yeah.
Nathan,
Sure.
Sure. And I'll hold out my arms.
I pass the bee.
I
I give him a
Wait.
scritch.
I'll give him a scratch and just say, I can put you down if you want. So I don't want to push anything too quickly because it seems like you need some time to rest. But I have a couple of ideas on things I want to work on. But if you don't want to help me yourself, I need some knowledge
Who
from
are you
you.
talking to? Are you talking to Steve?
Steve.
Okay, yeah.
Steve, yeah.
He, one eye pops open.
A couple of either enchantments or straight up new items I want to make, but I don't have the knowledge to enchant, so I figured I'd pick your brain. One of them allowing... I was kind of thinking about spell Dea has, and then the original staff from the guy who had the griffins in Velen originally, to kind of make my spear float if I can, but also maybe something where I can have a couple spells active at the same time. I don't know.
I'm not very practiced right now. You might talk to the nerd in the other tent.
Okay. I can understand. I really liked your work in the past, so I figured I'd pick your brain first.
You'd be the only one, but I appreciate it.
Don't sell yourself short, man.
Is that a short joke?
I did not intend it, but either way, it's nice to see you.
Oh my god, he's so out of it.
Is Steve on drugs? What's happening?
Right? Who the fuck are you and what have you done with Steve?
I'm depressed. Poor puppy.
Just put me by a tree or something.
Okay. And I'll take him to a tree and I'll kind of try and druid craft the roots to instead of being like a nuisance or like in the way, make it more of like a cradle.
Okay, you have to grow some new roots to do it using Druidcraft, but you do so.
And so I'll just set them down in it.
Sets down.
All right.
Slip.
Get some rest, man. And I'll go back to the group.
Vola is continuing to build lean-tos.
Have you moved, Vola?
I've been building lean-tos.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I don't know what those are, but okay.
Okay, it's where you have you have a tree that's alive, and then you have a tree that's dead that you lean up against it, and then you put some other dead bush. It's how you make a half tent. So this is living.
I understand. Okay.
So
Then yeah,
she's
you do
making-
so. You're strong
she's
enough to
making
just do it.
little, like- yeah, she's just making little she's making enough for each of us to have one. She tried to make a really big one for Dea and Osmond, but I don't know how well that's gonna go.
Oh,
Make
bless her
a
heart.
Adorable.
strength check.
Because they're not very big. Oh shit! She rolled a 2. She
Oh,
hasn't.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Because
It would be a very tight fit.
yeah, if we've only been patched up and we haven't been healed, like Vola's still at like half health and is like kind of like not feeling super great.
While you're
so-
doing this, you see Keely from like the distance just.
Why is she glare?
Killing trees, man.
Oh
Well,
no,
not,
they're
not the
already
killing
dead.
trees. She like comes up to you and she's like, "Please do not rip out your wound things. I will be very upset."
I'm sorry. I'm trying to build little tents for everyone.
I love
Look.
tents.
Oh,
And then I'm just gonna show her the lean-to, and I'm gonna show her how I leaned a dead tree against a living tree, and then I used the extra brush on the ground.
And it
to,
lets
like,
them have purpose in the after times. I love that.
And I just like show her how like you can make like bedding by putting some soft like grass and stuff on the inside.
I'm helping you.
Okay, yay, okay.
If I see Vola doing this, I'm gonna walk over and be like, I don't really know how to build anything like this, but do you need help?
If you could get some soft dead leaves and put them on the insides of the tent.
Sure. And are you making one for everyone?
Yeah.
Although maybe this is something I would have to do. I don't do well in sunlight.
Don't worry, I got that covered. And I make my way over to help.
We can put some mud on yours.
Just something
It'll
darker,
block out.
maybe. Okay.
I could even just increase the amount of foliage on yours easily.
Okay. That would.
This
would
rapidly
work great.
becomes a group project.
Yay!
Between the combined artistry of the four of you, you make some pretty fine-ass lean-tos. They are nice with leafed bedding, and Keely finds a bunch of moss that she likes to use in her quote-unquote favorite rock. But Nathan and Keely's combined druidcraft along with Ariana's fine eye for exactly the kind of right forwardry to use, the lean-tos actually get a tiny bit bigger, allowing for a little bit more moving space.
Yay!
And completely blocks out and combines a complete shade shutter from the sun above you.
So they're 4-star hotels in terms of
Yeah.
lean-tos.
So,
We made some
Not
bombs.
that
are they within a 30-foot radius of each other?
Yeah, they're all. I'd imagine they're all around where the fire is. Like we're all in the.
So yes?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just in terms of the my sphere thing. By this time, would I get an idea of what circle Keely might belong to?
Circle of the... I want to say moon.
Oh.
Mm.
Nice.
It's a
You've noticed she
What's-
loves phasing in and out of different animal forms,
Okay. So,
using their
As
new
Nathan says-
perspectives to augment her spellcasting.
and so as Nathan starts to figure that out, he's like, "Huh, I hadn't met someone of that circle before. I think the only other druid I met was Circle of the Land.
Oh, you follow your different circles too? I don't know if that was just
Yeah,
a me thing.
I used to be a bit more land, but I've figured out something new recently that kind of
Ooh.
is more me.
That's cool.
Yeah. A Circle of Dreams.
Circle of Dreams. It sounds like a really bad romance book. I'm here for it.
Oh, it does.
There's
It
this
does.
guy.
It really
Ooh,
does.
Actually, a lot of like those like bad romance book. There's actually. Do you like to read?
Oh no.
I've
Oh,
heard
no.
that
She says
sentence before,
tentacles
but
run.
from somewhere.
Oh
What-
no, I
what-
just have a favorite author I like to go back and forth between.
Oh, I mean, I'm happy to have something new to read.
Yeah, I think it's a
Osmond-
pen name. I think it's a pen name. Spalding.
God damn it!
It's a funny nickname, but I kind of like it.
Okay.
Adventuring.
Book.
Well, I mean, if you want to talk more about books, I'm not really that much into reading, but Osmond, he writes some. If you want to.
Ooh.
Oh no.
I
She's
would
finding
love
you
to
next.
read his books. Maybe I should go ask him about them. I have so many questions. Maybe he need a reference if he needed to write a new book. I have so many stories. I think that'd be a very good fit.
I mean, you could offer him, but I mean, he's been into some pretty high circles just with his name. I don't know.
Ooh, are we talking like Moonland?
Oh, he's
God.
not a druid. I'm meaning like
Oh.
nobility.
Political circles. Like Vol's just gonna pop up. Political circles.
When I grew up, there were a bunch of political circles too.
Yeah,
I
same.
think.
Yeah, my village was a bit weird about some stuff, but
Oh,
I've never really got much into it.
that's super cool.
So, have you been doing this your whole life, or
Yeah.
like, were you taught?
Nope, it's a calling. Actually, that's not true. My dad did teach me some.
Oh, my mom didn't really know much about it, so I kind of just messed around. Actually, the main reason why I'm out is to figure that stuff out more. Like the reason why I left home.
Oh.
So yeah.
Neat. No, I just remember being the size of a bean and then turning into a squirrel, and that was my first, and I loved it.
See, me, it was just messing around with the tide in order to.
Wait, the tide,
better.
like the ocean?
Yeah.
I
lived
love
over-
the ocean.
Yeah, I lived over on the coast for a bit, hence the shark stuff. And like as he realizes he's pointing to his back, he's like, "Shark stuff." As he points to the spear.
What's a shark?
He points at his butt
Oh, Jesus.
suspiciously.
Yeah. The shark.
Oh, a shark! Not a shark. A shark!
Okay. Is there a difference between the two?
Yeah, you know shark and shark. Like
Okay.
the the CH.
I'm not sure I follow.
No?
No.
Well, you know how there's like shark, the aminal, and then
Yeah.
there's the other shark that's like the mean person, but it's the CH. Oh. No?
No, not.
I'm sorry, I didn't leave the village very often.
I think like Vola's just gonna kind of like peek up and like look and like real quick DM. So you know how Vola has like that weird like knowledge of economics that like hasn't
Yeah.
really come into play in a while. Would Vola know what a loan shark is? Or like this
Make-
like
What is happening?
Make a history
I-
check.
yeah,
Make an intelligence check, but use your strength modifier.
I can only
Yes! What is happening
Hell
right
yeah.
now?
I can only see Keely on Shark Tank now. Just like,
Look,
hello, sharks.
Hey Nathan,
Yeah.
remember that time you destroyed a town with a fucking twig? Why do I get the feeling you just set in motion another town?
What'd you get? What'd you get?
23.
What do
Okay.
you mean?
So
What did I do?
You
she
set
is
Keely
meaning
on Ozpin.
on a target. She is meaning like a lone shark, it seems, but it's very odd that I guess her village had like their own dialect where there is SH shark and SCHARK.
Yeah.
So there is shark and shark.
And then shark is the lone shark, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna kind of be like, you mean someone that steals money from other people legally?
Yeah, shark.
Illegally?
And Nathan turns his gaze from Keely to Vola.
What just happened?
Yeah, shark.
And then Vola's just gonna like look down at Nathan and be like, ah yes, and go back to like lean to.
And Nathan's just gonna point at her like, no, motherfucker. What?
You have a fun
When
time.
you have to take a loan, I will help you.
You have to take it alone.
I don't understand a single thing that just happened.
Anyway, dinner approaches. You see
I did
Keely.
take Osmond away.
Oh, you took Osmond away to talk? Please
Yeah.
talk. Discuss.
Okay.
Where'd you take him?
Way away from the camp, out of earshot. Eye shot.
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 Shot,
Not-
shot.
I wish. Dea wants a fucking shot.
Please
Not making eye contact. just
begin
kind of, like, rubbing
speaking.
her. Okay. Oh god, I was hoping he would be here for this.
I've been here.
So,
Might be back shortly? Question mark.
question mark. Yeah, so Dea's like not making eye contact and just trying to, like, you know, leaning away from everyone and just like rubbing her hands. She like shaking a little bit.
Is everything okay, Dale?
I'm so sorry, and she starts sobbing right there.
Whoa, I mean, Osmond immediately just like grabs her and
I'm
pulls
so
her.
sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing. I just DM, would I have any idea how close to death I was?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just shaking. I'm so I can't
Osmond just holds her tight against him. Hey, it's okay.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm just I was so you were after you told me about you were that place. I was getting worried. You were so the way you were acting. You were so angry. I was afraid you were gonna. I'm sorry. And I take out of my bag and DM. I give him back.
Osmond, all of your diamonds she removes from her bag
Ooh.
and gives them back to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I was afraid that if we found Drazina, you would do something like you did to the Dragonborn you told me about. I didn't. God, I was. But if someone, what if? I didn't think I was being. If something were to happen to someone else, you wouldn't have known. And I was stupid. I just didn't. That place was making you so angry. I was scared, Oz. I did.
Osmond just drops the diamonds and pulls her in tighter. Thank you.
She starts sobbing harder. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. You did what you thought was right to protect me from myself, and honestly, I couldn't ask for more.
just sobbing now and holding you.
Osmond starts crying too.
Oh god! Alright, this is going a lot better than I thought it was going to
So
go.
is anything happening now, or are we all just fucking crying?
Crying a bit,
Osmond cries a little,
yeah.
kind of just briefly, and wipes the tears away.
Single man
Pulls
tear.
away.
Gonna-
Single man tear. No, there's a little bit of waterworks, you know.
Yeah.
It's got some streams
gonna-
going.
kind of collect herself and
Yeah.
just...
Same with Osmond. He'll slowly gather the diamonds back up off the ground and put them in his bag.
We'll find her, Oz. Because you and your family and everyone else deserves justice. I don't want the trade-off to be losing you and your morality, okay? Don't let her win like that. I won't do this. I'll be more straightforward with you. I'm sorry.
There's no need to apologize.
Are you okay? You were really worrying me.
That place did a lot of weird things to my head. I'd be lying if I said that some of it didn't originate in myself.
Again, I can't put myself in your shoes, but I can't imagine what going
I
through.
thought this was it. I thought this would be the moment. I thought by now I'd be happily catching up with my mom, my dad. Wouldn't have to worry about Josina. But same as always, chasing ghosts.
We'll get there. We have more knowledge than we did before.
Yeah, but
I know.
I know all of you agreed that you'd help me, but what happened back there, I don't know what I would have done if anything went any further than it did. If I lost you, if I lost anyone, I would never be able to forgive myself.
She just pulls you in for another hug. I know you don't want to hear it, but you know what I do for you, Oz. You know how much you mean to me.
I was fine with what they did to me. I'm used to it, but poor Vola. She was whipped and beaten and
You know what we signed up
I
for
don't
now.
know if I can ever ask any of you to go through that again.
You don't have to. You know what our answer will be, though. We're a family, Oz. It comes with all the good stuff and the bad stuff, and whether you like it or not.
I know.
We look out for each other. That's how we've gotten so far. Hey, and she kind of nudges you. Quit putting yourself down. My job. I'm supposed to put myself down. You're supposed to, yeah. That's how it works, right? Where's all that confidence?
Yeah. It's a bit of it left with Cyrus.
I think the place got to him just as bad as you, just in a different level.
You know, I finally thought I was getting somewhere with him. I was finally being able to trust him again, and He's one of the few people I've ever met that has been able to trick me the way he has.
He was the first person I considered a friend. The thought
As
of
much
losing
as-
you, and then the thought that he actually went through it. There was a lot he wasn't sharing, and I know I just wish I could have been what he needed, but
We all did what we could, did what we thought was right, but
I know you didn't like him. Oz, how do you think I felt? The two most important men that have come into my existence hated each other's guts.
I mean, I was trying,
I know.
but it was hard.
You both have different...
Well,
I appreciate it, but I just...
I know,
I think there are no more things in play. At least that's what I would like to think.
regardless of how many arguments we got in and how much we disagreed on things, I do hope he's happy with the decision he made and wherever he is now. At least he gets to be away from this.
I do too. She gives you a kiss on the cheek. Let's go get some food.
And some sleep.
I'm ready to be done for the day.
Agreed. Kiss her on the forehead and start to head back.
We're going to take our break there. We'll be right back. We're back.
Yeah.
After your very pleasant conversation.
Trying to not look like we just fucking like our eyes out, you know?
You smell something very good. Back towards the middle, behind one of the great trees. This big spread on the ground, shielded from the earth by burlap and various blankets and throws, as well as a bunch of them being like stood up against like some rocks, some plates being set up against like some rocks and moss. Keely has made quite the spread, but you don't smell any meat to be found in these. The more perceptive of you, those with the passive of 15 and up.
Mm-hmm.
You all gather around the table, and Azravana is nowhere to be seen.
I mean, she did say she was going to go take care of the ship.
Ship.
Is
Nor
Xanathos back?
Xanathos is not back either.
Okay.
They fucking.
Interesting.
Cyrus comes out of oblivion.
They fucking.
Like that Homer Simpson meat gif where he like comes out of like the brush.
Yeah.
The Sherwood.
Yeah.
They fucking.
I mean, you could look for her if you want.
Nathan probably would.
I don't have the right passive perception. I don't know shit. I'm focused on food.
Roll perception.
I am focused on eating some goddamn food.
Yeah, I imagine I didn't get any sort of back home. Meat and things were probably not very common.
I did roll an 18.
What'd you get?
Perception. Me?
Nathan, weren't you looking?
14, yeah.
14?
Mm-hmm.
You don't see him anywhere.
Thought so. Okay.
But are you looking for them, Dea?
6.
I was just seeing if I even noticed it. I don't have a passive.
Okay.
We're telling you so now.
Cool.
Well, everybody has a passive perception.
Yeah, mine's not high enough.
Okay, cool.
What?
So,
How do you know? What's your passive?
12. You said 15.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Never mind. I didn't hear you say 12.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, no. I'm focused on food and Oz.
Everything. Wow, gross. Everything in
Yeah.
front of you
Oh,
is vegan.
Whoa.
Plants,
Vegan.
nuts,
I'm not even-
berries.
I'm not even sure if Vol knows what that is.
She does not. But you've had meals like this before.
It's food.
It's
Yes.
food. It's not a freshly carved ham, but it's food.
This is probably unlike anything I've ever back home.
Osmond ain't gonna complain.
Yeah.
Sick.
This is probably a lot better than food our almonds had back home.
Yeah.
So he's going ham on this feast.
Ironically.
ham on this not ham.
He's
Exactly.
like, holy
Ham
shit,
on
this
the
is not
non-ham.
ham.
He's like,
Hannah,
oh
Mom,
my
Hannah.
god, so much food.
Hamma, mom, hamma.
No.
That's just too much.
That's just too much.
With a night of much needed frivolity, sans Steve, who never made it to the table. With the exception of Mr. Gray having picked him up against his will. Whenever he would bark and whenever he would like rumble and protest, he would be fed a berry and shut up for a few minutes.
Okay.
Ruby in particular, having taken off her heavy armor and into like a regular tunic and chaps, sits down at the head of the table and about an hour into the feast, starts to ask questions. The Underdark. That's where you said, right?
That's right.
So how do you know about everything going on up here on the surface?
Well, just like I told them, I read a lot. I guess I'm a bit of a bookworm. And I used to work in a huge library. That's where I read sort of about this prophecy.
What sort of library keeps books like that?
It's different from your average everyday library, I suppose.
That was my question. He explained earlier that the book just appeared one day.
Sorry, I thought someone was talking.
Yeah, sorry. I'm
The
currently
ghost.
downstairs.
I'm sorry for all the questions. It's just very appropriate timing.
I realize.
You have a
It's
family?
no problem. Yeah. Got parents and my uncle, of course.
That's nice. My grandkids are somewhere else. I couldn't tell you where.
Where
I
are you
hope they're
from?
doing okay. All over. Born in Scythia, once upon a time. Served at the Trade Prince's Royal Guard for more of a time. Took to traveling. Found some interesting revelations about this place we call home.
Like what?
And you'd like to share?
Mr. Gray. Oh. Well, for starters, it has become very lesser known that we are only a small portion of the Janusaar. We are not complete, as it were.
What do you mean?
We are but a shard of a continent.
Right. I've heard stories regarding this.
There is I I've seen it with my own eyes. A rift farther out into the sea. Which I guess isn't a sea so much as it is a lake that these islands we stand on are in.
But and Nathan starts to have like a crisis.
Wait, a rift?
The how do you pronounce it? It's the
Rain.
rain. The Rift of Rain, right?
Yes, that is what some scholars call it.
Right.
It is a sorry, I'm collecting my thoughts. It's a different spelling of the god Aileros. A lot of things he stands for: rain, magic. Some say it's his very essence that keeps this area cordoned off from the rest of the Janusaar.
So anything that affects this area hopefully won't leak out.
That is the hope.
I have a question then. Since I guess I never really figured it out looking at the map because I don't know what my forest looks like on a map. Do you know where the Arulian Wildwood is?
Yes, it's about a couple islands away from here.
Okay.
Vola, it is on the map I gave you.
It is? Okay. I'm not sure if Vola would know what it looked. That's the thing. Because
Yeah.
I know it's there. I just don't know if she would know.
Okay, making sure you know. Yes. It's about a few islands away. It's quite a journey from here.
Okay.
We have been informed there is a coven of witches who hold a key. A gate,
Oh.
potentially, to get out. We worry that the Caligony, this might be what the witch is after.
Then definitely be
Makes sense.
something on her list.
What was it again? Zan? I believe it was the Coven of the Enlightened Eye.
Is that familiar to any of us?
Yeah.
Wait, did Xanathos just like appear out of nowhere?
They were
Or
all
is it
there.
Gone too?
They're all
Okay.
Wait, so then is Az not here
Nope.
still? So so Xanathos came back without Ezra.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I think I said it when I was collecting my thoughts. Yes, Xanathos is back.
Okay. I was like, wait, hold up. Where did he come
Yeah.
from? He wasn't
and
here
so-
2 seconds ago.
Sorry,
And so is the awakened eye the
Enlightened Eye.
enlightened eye the cultist we ran into? Or?
Make me a history check to try and remember.
Can I make a
Would
history check
does
as
that
well?
Sound,
You may.
Yeah, does that sound familiar to me? Or
Yeah. All of
yeah?
you.
I was- All of us?
Yeah, well, not Arianlin.
Yeah, I was like,
10.
What am I
19.
rolling? History?
History, 19.
Although, can I just, for funsies, see if I've read anything? So if this
17?
pertains to like the prophecy at all?
You can.
You can say no.
You can.
Okay. I was gonna say you can say no.
9. I don't.
It's more just for shits and giggles anyway. History, right?
Yeah, I'll get to you in a second.
Because
I
I
was when I
don't-
heard you.
Because
Oh, shit, that's actually pretty good.
the circle, guess not now, apparently from the new knowledge, to worship an eye. Same.
Was what?
The circle used to worship, like, you have an eye before current knowledge has graced my path.
No.
So I guess that's not the same thing.
What'd you get, Ari?
21.
Nah.
Okay.
Osbim,
Yes.
you recall the trial of Azravana, the witches who ran Saberhagen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Fuck.
so were they would I know if they were like a part of it or they were the coven?
They were. You'd have no real way of knowing. You'd have no real way of knowing either or. You just know that, probably most logically speaking, they were. Is probably what you would infer.
Right. So, do you remember the witches, the coven, back at Azavana's trial?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought everybody there turned into
Yeah.
a zombie.
So, I'm afraid that maybe we're too late on that front, perhaps.
Not quite.
Oh.
Ruby begins to speak again. Our intel suggests that not all of the coven was versed in the magic necessary to open a gate. Rather, it was a few members, and there is one that we tracked down, we believe might still be a member of the coven, named Orson.
Oh.
In the barony of Moram Valley. Moram Vallis.
Okay.
Might track him down, we might convince him to aid us. That might just be all she wrote.
Right.
Probably should be our next stop then. I mean, I know we need to get these weapons, but no point if the curse gets out before we can do that.
Exactly.
Right.
Agree.
Because the next weapon we know about is...
Well, we got
If my hunch is
potentially
correct, back home.
Ben's. We got, I guess, your place. We also have Plautus, at least supposedly. Back in
Plautus, and then somewhere underwater, yeah?
Yeah. Place my dad apparently is searching for. Fun times.
So I think in that instance it'll be turning to you, Nathan.
Yeah. And actually, I'll talk with you later about something else, Ben. But not important right now.
Right.
And what
So-
of these weapons? Do you know anything about them, Ben? My dagger's the only one I managed to find. Appeared to me one night. I know you need them, but I can't. I'm not ready yet. I could help you find them once we get out of here.
So, what's so special about it to you, if you don't mind me asking?
He looks it up and down. Do you remember the last time we spoke? It was at the
believe
outskirts of Velen. It was a
Yeah.
mess because I had lost my best friend.
Yeah.
I hadn't spoken in years. In weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I left.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the middle of the woods, about to be killed by a bunch of brigands. And
Mm-hmm.
I saw something in a bush. This guy.
Okay.
With it, I was able to teleport. I became powerful overnight, which is a sensation I had never felt before, and I could stand up for myself. I became more than just some helpless person. So I went after tombs, artifacts, saw what I could, and then I thought, if I could do this, maybe I can finally actually help stop the world from ending. And if I can help you find these other weapons, maybe I can stay that way a little longer.
I get it.
Yeah.
You can hold on to them for now, Ben. But when the time comes, if we do need them, we will have to take them.
I understand.
Hopefully, in the meantime, we'll be able to find something else to help you along your way.
You don't have any clues as to where they are now, do you?
Like I said, I only know more or less where they were last seen. Doesn't necessarily mean they're still there.
You know where they were last seen?
Well,
Yeah.
please share. I feel like that's more than what we have to go on right now.
Well, okay, I see. I
Keely
know
takes
only
a
where
very
some of
large
them.
apple.
Only some of them. Only where some of them were, not all of them. But I see you got Progeny's End, the scythe, with your friend.
You hear Azavana. Yup.
Oh, cool. Glad to see you made it back.
And
The
she takes a seat by
dagger
Xanathos.
is the dagger is last light. So he's got that. There's a staff that supposedly was last seen beneath the walls of Plautus, if that makes any sense. And that was a staff. Goth Gala. And let's see. There's a spear. That's the one underwater. But there's like a vortex far out. That's a vortex far out into the shattered sea. And that is supposedly where it is. The spear's name. Well, Edge of the Abyss. Edge of the Abyss. And then all I got to go on for the other ones is a shield that's in a dwarven city. I claimed it was buried atop castle on a cloud. I don't know what to make of that one. There's a sword, a sword, a great sword. The Nameless Kingdom. That's all I got for that. Wasn't it Final Fall? Final Fall. And the last one is Circlet. Circlet. And I don't really have any clues to that. Other than it's said to hide in a crown.
This wouldn't happen to be the crown of the guy in Plautus, would it?
I don't know. All I got is a crown.
DM, does a dwarven city related to clouds sound familiar at all?
The castle in a cloud. Make a history check. With advantage.
With advantage? Oh, good, because I was in that one on the first. Okay, yeah. 22.
It is a fantasy. It doesn't exist. All signs point to it's not real. It's like the sky equivalent of Atlantis. Fairy tale.
Even though Atlantis exists.
Still a lost city.
Right, so... chasing fairy tales. This will
It
be
is
fun.
a prophecy.
Yeah.
Regardless, I think we know our next move.
Yeah.
Find the other member of the coven.
Yeah.
To find him, Ruby says, you'll need to go to Moram Valley. There's a barony there. The Baron of Moram Vallis, McKeith. I hear this Orson is remaining pretty close to his side. But there was something else.
Oh.
I hear of a strange orc in the area. In purple robes bearing the mark of a crescent moon. A shaman or druid of sorts.
Do I recognize
Yep.
the description? I do. Do I just kind of go,
In the area, do you mean here or in Morin Valley?
Morin Valley.
Where is Morin Valley?
North. A little closer towards the set of islands to the north.
And Vola's like doing this, and she's like, I don't know where we are right now.
You're on the right, the large body on the right,
Uh-huh.
and then you're in the north of that.
So it's even more north?
Yeah, it's more north. I love seeing this slideshow so, like, delayed from what she says.
Yeah.
Is my camera really that bad?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's getting
Yeah.
It's a
Maybe
$30
try
camera,
turning
I'm
your
sorry.
camera off and on again.
Oh.
I tried turning it on and off.
But anyway, it's no big deal right now. Please continue.
Here, I'll just like... Maybe that'll help. I've been trying to log into Fantasy Grounds for like a solid like 3 hours, so maybe that's why. So I can't actually look at the map because I can't get onto Fantasy Grounds. But like, so if Vola is actually looking at this map that I can't look at right now, are these? So these are like crescent moon, but star, possibly.
What do you mean?
Druid, star singer, druid. Orcs?
You would recognize them not as Star Singer Druid, not as Star Singer Orcs,
Which ones?
but probably as the Shadow Moon ones.
wait, where? Shadow Moon. Got it.
Okay.
All right. So just to clarify, we are on the
You're on
island
the right
set for
isle.
this to the right.
Yeah. You are
Okay.
about dead center,
Got
and
it.
you'll be looking to go into Morin Valley towards the north near the peninsula.
Got it.
Okay.
So, I'm just gonna like kind of go, Can you describe that orc again?
Aura tells me he is pretty large, hunch in his back, purple robes, crescent moon on his back, many scars.
Okay. I actually know something.
Oh,
Mood.
And then Vola's just gonna kind of like, honestly shrink. Like, you're gonna like, she's gonna kind of shrink into herself. And this is like the smallest you've ever seen Vola be. And she's like not wearing her armor or anything right now. And she's just like, I think it's one of the Shadow Moon orcs.
okay.
They tend to practice blood magic and other forbidden things and true curses and maybe something else. I'm not sure. I just know that they were not trusted. They're from my forest.
Okay.
I didn't really go much into courts. I don't understand the politics very well. I just know that they were scared.
We've
So-
had issues with true curses in the past. Maybe there's a chance if we find this individual, we could shed a little light on dealing with them.
Knowledge would be good.
that could help us with the death plants.
My thoughts exactly.
Could be.
So what I'm hearing is we're heading home. Or at least close to it.
Mm. Vola's just kind of like, because DM, you know what she's got going through her head of like, no, 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 no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no.
Is this crisis invisible on her face?
Yes, Vola can't hide anything.
Okay. Okay.
If this
So-
isn't something you're comfortable pursuing, we can always just go find the Covenant member.
And Vola's just like,
He is in that area.
Mhm.
he's up there, so like, yeah. It's fine.
You sure? Okay, Vola.
DM, am I like attributing enough fear to this? Because I feel like when I read the description of these people, I was very scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're social outcasts. They dabble in dark, evil magic.
Yeah.
I just feel like
Like-
there's this internal monologue going on in Vola's head where she's like, it wasn't in
No,
fact.
you can all see it
that
on her
far."
face. So I'm gonna just like kind of like go through. So like, Vola's on her face, like, oh my god, we're gonna die. Oh my
Like,
god,
A
you're gonna find
similar
out who I
realm.
am. Oh
A
my god,
similar
I don't want to.
realm of forbidden artistry as what Asravana practices. But typically
way
for their
further.
own gain. Yeah, even further than that. Demonology,
But-
sanguistry.
Good times.
Like,
Yay.
like they're not good, and you can see this whole like internal
They're
struggle
not.
going on Vola's face, where she's just like increasingly shrinking into herself.
So it's similar to what Dea's cult has started picking up recently, yeah?
Sanguistry.
I'm like, they've been doing this for like a long time.
Okay.
You will also
Right.
recognize that in the Janusaar, the older something is, the more powerful it tends to be.
Long time.
Right. Okay. So then we'll make our way over there, figure out what's going on with that,
Oh.
and find whatever the closest next item on the list is.
I guess so.
Well,
Daya's gonna come over and sit next to Vola. Try to hold her hand.
She lets you, but she's like,
That's not good.
Having this crisis.
I mean, if we're taking a long rest, I'm gonna spend the spell slot to cast Conjure Animals. I'm not gonna conjure the full amount, but I'm just gonna conjure like a small puppy to sit in Vola's lap for a bit.
Aw.
Aww.
Steve glares.
Jen.
I'm just like, yeah.
We'll be
Because
there
like,
for you, Vola.
from what I
just the same
understand,
as-
Vola doesn't know much about this, but she knows that it's bad news.
Yeah.
Even like badder news than like. She's more scared. Like, what was it? She's more scared of this orc that she only has a description of than she seems to be of Eliza.
No
Just
shit.
because she
Oh,
knows
shit.
about what they can do.
Osmond
Even
just
though she
says,
knows what Eliza can do too, she hasn't like had to see Eliza very often.
that's true. Osmond just says, we'll be there for you, Vola, just the same as you've been there for us.
Yeah,
Okay.
and if we need to kick some ass, I'm gonna be here next to you.
Okay.
You've seen firsthand what my old, I can't call them family, does. Hey, we're together on this.
Mm-hmm.
She gives you a little side hug.
Okay. Vola's just like feeling really awkward right now.
Yeah.
And
I
then
think-
she's like, because she's got this internal monologue. She's like, man, I hope I don't know this person. I hope they don't recognize me. Gosh, they might recognize me. Fuck.
It's just the cycle.
Oh man.
But that is the knowledge we have.
Okay, I'll
Alright.
move forward cautiously. As were you able
It's
to
very cautious.
get the ship headed over here?
It's gonna take some time. Hopefully by morning.
That's fine.
We're farther than I thought we would be.
Yeah, I figured. So we can camp out here and figure out what we're gonna do tomorrow.
I think so.
Cool.
Yeah. We should all
Um,
get some rest. It's been
Yeah.
quite the day.
And I'm like turning to like mainly Osbin, Azervine, Dea, and being like, should we let them know about our crew, or are we just gonna?
Are they coming
Oh.
with?
Dea just kind of looks at Az.
Azarana looks back. Wee woo! Wee woo! Wee woo!
I
Hey,
Are we going with them?
Ari?
Yes.
Is the common knowledge of us, how detailed does it go
yeah.
about our group?
That's a good question, DM. How deep does it go? Do I know about?
It's not.
I just remembered that we also
Do I
have
know
a
about
on our
the?
ship who's totally human, and she's the only like alive person on our ship right now.
No,
we
and
all-
River.
only-
And River.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we
River.
have River.
Oh, and River.
River's there.
Ah, yes.
Oh yeah. Also,
I forgot about them.
Yes. Nathan?
oh, I was just gonna say we need to pay them at some point.
Yes.
So do I know about
Their legend,
the
they're
crew?
not like a huge big deal yet, so much
Uh-huh.
as destruction is heralded by the arrival of 6 individuals every time. So,
Got it. So no, I don't know about it.
You don't know about it, but you yourself are a fan.
Oh, I was gonna say, wouldn't he
Because
have?
you followed their exploits trying to find them?
Wouldn't he have
Yeah.
seen her like entourage within the keep before it poofed?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would have seen like the Lushin and
Yeah.
the shades and shit.
They're
I
there
mean,
with, like-
Not...
Yeah.
They're like kind of hiding out.
Oh
in the
yeah,
trees.
no, he's very uncomfortable.
They're just
with them.
very
He is,
like creepily stalking the wood line.
yeah. No, he is very bothered by their presence. Very bothered.
Mm.
But he's not incredibly detailed. Just more or less a trail of destruction by the same 6 people.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right. We'll just say be open-minded to the crew of the ship.
Yeah.
They won't.
What?
As Nirvana pipes up, they won't hurt you, I promise.
I can
not
attest to that
sure.
promise.
Yep.
I'm not sure if I'm comforted by that, but thank you.
It's only a little bit.
And he just kind of like, side eyes where like he laughs at shades and the boneless shit.
So Nathan's gonna pipe up at this point and be like, if it comforts any of you any, I've had a hand in helping incorporate some of them into the crew.
Oh, that reminds me,
Okay.
Ben pipes up. So, I came across these and I forgot to get rid of them. But, I know they're rare. And he pulls out the 2 pistols. Like, puts them on the table.
Oh,
I believe Captain Mikhail wanted those, yes?
As Nirvana bugs out.
Ooh.
yes, our captain should, yeah.
Yeah.
Got the grabby fingers.
Yeah, except like in her head, like, get it! But outside. I'll take them.
Sounds about right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. Tries to figure out how to like put them on her belt. As always, Keely, wonderful food. Thank you. I've been reading a lot of books lately.
Excellent job on the meal, Keely.
It
Thank
was
you.
very good.
I apologize if I came off a bit sour earlier.
Sour. Oh, it's fine. I'm used to people treating me mean anyway.
Oh.
Oh Jesus! And Vola's just like,
I had this friend. I don't know where he is these days, but he didn't like it when I called him his nickname, and so he just kind of like went off and started his own business. But we still exchange letters sometimes. He doesn't ever write me back, but I like to write him a bunch. I think sometimes he doesn't like me, but other times I think maybe he really does like me, and he's just shy. But you know what? I think shy people definitely deserve to have their voices heard, because I wouldn't even know half the time what anyone's talking about. And there's just like this whole like other dichotomy with everything, and I just get really worried that sometimes I'm too much, and maybe I talk too much, and somehow I'm just too happy for my own good, and how you can't even like begin to put me down because everything has a positive spin on everything. And you know what? I think that's the kind of thing we need in this day and age. Are you guys just gonna let me keep going?
it doesn't
I was
know
just
how
like
to
nodding
respond
and
to this.
listening.
Vola's just like holding on to this puppy that Nathan conjured.
Yeah, no.
Are you guys
See,
just gonna
Ari
let
has
me
been
keep
there, done that.
So-
No, Ari has been there, done that. So he is absolutely gonna let her keep talking.
Yeah.
Because I could do this for hours.
Oh yeah.
I believe you.
You're a stark contrast to what we've seen in the last few months. It's appreciated.
I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna take it as a positive. Thank you.
It's
It is a positive.
It's very much a positive.
I am
It's
a
something I-
stark contrast.
something I kind of envy.
Me too.
Anyway, I'm tired. I cooked.
Yeah.
I'm
Great.
not cleaning.
Oh, I can do that.
Only fair, I
Ooh.
suppose.
And so I'm gonna get to just cleaning up some of the dishes.
I'll help.
Any conversations need to happen tonight?
Yes.
I was gonna talk to Osmond, but I was also gonna talk to fucking Xanathus. at some
Okay,
point,
why
too.
don't we start with the Osmond conversation? Unless you want to talk to
Okay.
Ari right now.
Dea will kiss Osmond goodnight and head to one of the
Lindu.
Okay. I just said I'll be
You,
there in a minute.
You come across Steve sleeping by a tree.
In the little cradle nest that Nathan made.
Aww.
Give him a little scritch scritch.
Mm.
Night, Steve.
No. Stop. You're okay.
I just have a quick conversation I want to have, and then a quick other thing I want to do.
Other thing. I'm excited for other things.
Ooh.
All right, let's
It's
do,
always a toss up with Osmond.
let's do Osmond's quick
It
conversation
really is.
first.
Okay.
Okay. So once everyone kind of like clears the area a little, I'll probably just make my way over to Vola. Hey, I haven't got the chance to say it yet, but thanks for sticking with me back there. I don't know if I could ask many other people to do the same.
It's okay.
I'm sorry you had to experience what you did.
Stop.
It's okay.
Right.
It was. Thanks for healing my legs so I could keep moving. It was scary. I was very angry.
It was scary. I was angry too.
Ugh.
That's...
Oh, can I have my bow and stuff back out of your bag?
Ah,
I want
yes,
to practice with it because I haven't had one in a really long time.
of course. And I'll give her bow back.
Yes.
Anyways, you're a good friend, Vola. Thank you.
You are too.
That's all.
That's it. Okay, cool. Nathan,
Vola
you
makes
want-
conversations awkward. Yay!
Yay!
It's fine. You're still not the worst offender.
Mm-hmm.
I can have my other thing after my conversation with Nathan.
Yeah, I was gonna get to you later. But who do you want to talk to, Nathan?
Xanathos and then Osmond.
We'll do Xanathos first then.
Okay.
You finish up the dishes and he's sitting around the fire and just staring into it.
Hey, could I pick your brain on something real quick?
Yeah.
I had asked Steve about it, but he directed me in your direction. I'm not that great at, well, yeah, I'm not that great at enchantments or anything
Ooh,
like
I'm
that.
gonna stop right there. Magic's not my thing either.
Oh, okay.
No,
Um,
Steve probably meant for you to talk with my editor.
Oh, okay.
Will's just over there.
Okay. You doing okay with everything though?
Yeah, I guess. It's been kind of rough these past few weeks. My father would have been 84 2 months ago.
Sorry to hear about that.
It's fine. We move on, right? And I found a higher calling. I'm writing this other book, and I'm hoping it can be a little less of a. I love my bestiaries, but I'm hoping this can be more of an epic.
Ooh. Well, I'm not that much of a storyteller. I'm only ones I know are like some oral stories I know from back home, but I'm sure if you wanted some pointers as to writing, I'm sure Osmond will be able to. Help
Maybe.
you.
I'm collaborating with Steve, actually.
Ooh.
Has some
What's the
good
book about?
thoughts. 6 ravens. Off to kill a witch.
Nice.
Makes a lot of sense. Actually, now that I think about it, that was probably a dumb question on my part.
Finding out there was more to this world than I thought there was. I think I'm gonna try and get through the rift. I've written about almost every monster and wraith and subject in here.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you wonder what else is out there, you know?
Yeah. You mentioned Wraith. Did anybody tell you about the Oracula yet?
You cross paths with an oracula?
Oh yeah, that was a fucking nightmare. And
I
I'll
am
show him
sorry.
the mirror shard piece I still have on my spear. Yeah.
Nasty
It was
creatures.
Somewhere Osmond's eye starts burning.
Nasty
Bad
creatures.
memory.
I remember my running with an oracula was close, and I wasn't able to banish it by any means. I was able to trick it into showing me its lair.
Damn.
It was not pleasant.
Yeah. I'm not gonna push you to talk about what you heard or saw in there, but at least from my experience, it was not something I want to go through again.
No. They're all... It reaches into your own mind and tries to tell you things you want to hear. It's not real.
You picked the wrong shit then. Oh well. Actually, I lost something whenever we went in there. Well, someone. Hopefully at some point I can try and retrieve it.
It usually repels all organic matter back
Well,
into the physical plane.
and I'm not sure where he would have went. It was a staff of sorts.
Was it a
With us.
magical item?
Yeah. It had a skull on top. I'm not sure exactly, honestly.
magic can interact with itself in very strange ways.
Mm-hmm.
But if it didn't follow you out, I can only imagine it was destroyed along with the plane.
Damn it.
I am not an expert on magic, though. I'm an expert on creatures.
Okay. Well, I'll talk with your editor.
Will might have a better decision for you.
Yeah, I'll talk with Will. Especially since I've got some projects I've been cooking in my head for a couple days now.
Good.
I'm glad to see that you guys are okay, though.
Yeah. For now.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens when we get to more imbalance.
I'm actually kind of looking forward to this one. I don't know a whole lot about Vola, and hopefully this will clear some things up.
Good luck.
Thanks. Stay safe, yeah?
I'll try. He goes back to the fire.
So I'll head over to Osmond.
This is around the same time where, like, you finish saying your good, what you have to say to Vola, and Nathan walks over to find you in between the fire and the tents.
Yep. Nathan?
Hey, Oz.
What's up?
So, I don't know. I've been having some stuff cooking in my head lately. A lot of different shit. But mainly I wanted to see if you were okay. I know that the sea can do some stuff.
It's been a long day.
I mean, if you want to talk at all, let me know. But as per usual, I'm not going to push.
Yeah. Appreciate the offer, but I think I'm okay for now.
Yeah. Okay.
How about you? You doing okay?
It's been weird, man. But I'm still standing.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. And I'm just gonna look at the little trinkets around my spear again. Just look at Osmond and say, so I hope you know that even with everything that's happened, like, you got people around you in case shit goes south. Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, cool. I'm not fucking excited to have to go against a whole bunch of blood magic. That was weird the last time.
Yeah, it's definitely not a thrilling idea.
Yeah, but I am super fucking excited to hopefully get rid of all this, these black plants. I'm real excited about that.
I'm right there with you.
So, one more thing. Do you mind if at some point I can look at your breastplate? Because
Sure.
I don't know if I told you, I got a bunch of fucking bark while we were out there. I was thinking either I can make a shield or a fucking chest piece out of it so that I'm not, useless in terms of fighting.
Sure, I don't mind.
Yeah. But we can do all that on the ship. I just wanted to touch base, make sure everything was cool.
Yeah. Same offer extends to you, Nathan.
I appreciate it.
You sure you're doing okay?
Yeah.
Insight check.
There it is.
You've activated my trap card.
Basically.
How you doing? Okay.
Nathan,
insight.
roll.
Dad
roll-
senses are tingling.
Nathan, roll
Yes.
persuasion or deception. Don't tell me which.
Osmond's dad said,
Oh,
32.
shit.
Fuck.
23.
Oh, fuck. Still bad.
5.
Well, what's the story, dude? Are you okay?
He's putting on a smile, but you can tell like there's some shit going on. And as soon as he's like, "Yeah, I'm good," it's like, "I'm okay." So not everything's great.
Lemony Snicket voice. Everything was not
Was
good.
not-
Everything was not fine.
But I mean, a lot of it's just me stuff, and I realize I've kind of become an ass, and I'm trying to stop that. So
That is the right crowd.
but yeah, I'm just trying to keep everybody in a lighter mood. But yeah, some shit that we've gone through has kind of fucked me up. I still haven't got over the Oraculous shit, in all honesty. But oh, right, that reminds me. The main thing I wanted to talk to you about. Obviously we're not going there next, but before we go on the search for fucking sphere, you've got ways to talk to people, right?
I do.
Before we go there, could we send a message to Losi? Because like I'm pretty sure she'd fucking kill me and then find a way to bring me back if I went home and she didn't know about it.
Sure.
If not, it's no big deal. But
No, that's totally fine. Did you want to do it now or later or?
no, when we get closer to heading over there, I just wanted to make sure it was okay with you.
Of course.
Cool. I appreciate it. Yeah. Get some rest. Must be fucking
You too.
tired. Yeah, I will. But I know that you have a tendency to kind of push yourself, and I'm trying to make you, stop that shit.
I'm fine.
Yeah, and how convincing did it sound when I said that?
Fair enough.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go pass the fuck out after I do my big bubble thing. I'll see you tomorrow.
Sleep well.
So what hellish inconvenient thing does Osmond want to do?
It's Osmond. It could be anything. It could be literally anything.
So I'm going to
Oh,
kind of make a little bit of way just away from camp, so I'm out of the earshot of everyone.
This is
Typical.
even worse.
Yep,
I already
typical.
don't like this.
I think I know what he's doing.
Shit.
I would like to cast
Cast.
Sending.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh.
2. Hoopst.
Rosina.
Oh no.
That is not what I was expecting.
Definitely not who I was expecting.
Okay.
I'm
Send.
tired of the games. I've been on your trail for so long, and somehow you're always gone. I've heard you've been looking for a way to defeat the witch.
Been looking for
Let's see. How do I want to end it?
Sending you only get 25 words,
You
right?
get 25
Yeah.
words.
Yeah, how many words do I have left?
I think you stopped at find
You can rephrase. It's fine.
Okay, I'll cast it again. I
Oh,
have 2
okay.
slots.
way to kill the witch.
Let me know when you're ready to reconcile the past.
There you go.
And I say that with like a sharp tone, like reconcile.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of wreck in that reconcile.
Woo!
Oof.
Fuck.
I was definitely expecting him to cast Sending to like Cyrus or something.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
The DM's got to think.
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Nothing.
Not get a response.
Oof.
All right. I know she heard me. I go to bed.
Oof.
Honestly, I was expecting far worse.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys want to do tonight?
Other than my bubble, nah.
Vola's gonna take that little like conjuration fake dog into her lean-to and just like try not to have a panic attack.
Would this be about when the hour is done?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
Cuddles up with it, lays
Oh
down.
god, that's heartbreaking.
You hug it, and
Bobbert is no longer with you.
Is Steve still outside, like in the same area?
you could look.
I'm just gonna let go and I'm just gonna like crawl. I'm really like crying and I'm. Is anybody out here still like sort of looking around? Do I see Steve or anybody?
You see other people, yeah. Like,
I'm super low.
I imagine Nathan is still making the bubble.
Nathan, maybe Ariamlin.
Ari would be in his tent, but he's not like going to sleep or anything.
Okay, yeah,
He's just
so-
like chilling.
You'd probably see Nathan.
I'm just gonna go up and I'm just gonna be like all teary and stuff. I'm just gonna go up to Nathan.
Are you okay? What's up?
The puppy went away because it's been an hour.
Okay, I can't really
I'm
concentrate
actually
on
crying. I'm really emotional about this dog going.
I can't concentrate while I'm asleep, but if you want, I can just stay in your lean-to tonight.
No, that's weird.
You do look down and you see Steve just kind of resting.
And be like, and I'm just gonna get down and I'll be like, hey Steve, I'm really sad. Do you mind if I pet you?
Oh.
Yes. And I'm just gonna pick up Steve and I'm just gonna scritch.
Slumber party with Steve.
Yeah. Vola probably is just gonna like sit outside of her lean-to so that Steve isn't uncomfortable.
Honestly, you're holding Steve and he seems very comfortable, to be honest.
Okay. I'm just gonna scratch Steve and like kind of like cry to myself.
Oh god.
Why is this picture full of tears? Why is this picture so wet?
Because Vola's all freaking emotional because now she's like, fuck. Because like now there's an orc from like home, but a bad orc from home.
It's been a stressful day all around. It's just coming down.
Appears as if it's begun to rain.
The night goes on. Steve falls asleep in your arms. Whether or not you go to sleep too is up to you.
I'll probably fall asleep at some point out of exhaustion.
So you literally fall asleep together.
I guess.
Oh.
The morning comes, and you all end up waking up a little bit later in the day. By later, I mean like 10, 11.
Fair.
I was gonna say
because of-
Ari probably did. Oh, so go. Sorry.
One, because of exhaustion. Two, because... Where's the sun?
Yeah.
Where's the
Fair
sun?
enough.
No.
Did we lose?
Where's the sun? If you peep out of your makeshift tents and you look up and see a giant floating ship.
Ah, yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Home.
It's here. All is well.
All is well.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ariana's probably only about 2 or 3 hours into his 4-hour meditation. That's all he needs for sleep.
Yeah, because you're a full elf, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yup, I don't need to sleep, motherfucker. And because he's been traveling at night, he's basically nocturnal.
Yeah.
So he didn't even start trying to go to sleep until like the sun was coming up.
Oof.
Everyone else wakes up and marvels at the airship.
And we're all like, yay!
Keely prepares a wonderful breakfast of wild berries and more nuts and leaves and whatnot.
It's better than rations.
Better than rations.
Yeah.
She makes them quite palatable too.
Yay!
The ship lands just outside of the camp.
Yay.
And after a moment, silently, familiar Captain Mikhail comes out of nowhere with his arms behind his back. Arianlin, this man moves as silent as death. There's something not entirely right about him. He's very stoic, and that there's emotionless face. Silent, you can't even hear his breaths.
Do I think he's undead?
You can make an Arcana roll to see.
I would like to try and do that. Am I good at Arcana? I forget. I'm good at Arcana! I'm good at Arcana!
Hell yeah.
Dirty 20?
He appears to be not living, but he looks very convincing. If it's not for the purple hue of his eyes that glows slightly, the off color of his skin.
Skepticism, skepticism, skepticism.
Would I be able to notice that he's like giving eyes to our captain?
Probably.
I'm not like glaring, but he's like looking him up and down, and like
Gears
something's
turning.
not right.
So
Something's
so
not
Osmond
right.
would definitely notice with the
Yeah.
passive insight 23.
Yeah.
I
so-
wouldn't. I'm just happy to see the ship, and there's the captain that gives me BGBs, but he's still on our side. So.
So
He's
Nathan's
on our
gonna-
side.
Nathan's gonna make his way over and just like pat him on the shoulder and be like, "Don't worry, he's on our side. We're all good. Not all of those guys are necessarily bad. Just so you know."
Mikhail looks you in the eye and nods just slightly.
I know, I just... This sort of magic, if it's what I think it is, just very looked down upon.
Yeah, I know.
You're right. But there's nothing wrong with it so long as it's in the right hands.
Exactly.
I guess.
And that's coming from the cleric.
Osmond.
That...
In an instant, you see his demeanor change. The same stony exterior, but turning towards Azravana as he goes into like a full bow. Mistress, I am pleased to see you are well. And Azravana is just like... still uncomfortable with the whole thing.
To make me blush.
So I'm gonna walk up to Mikhail and be like, "We actually found some cool shit for you."
He gives you a quizzitive look.
And I'm just gonna turn to Azravana.
Oh, yes. And she presents the guns. And Mikhail, for the first time since his existence, You see a very distant light in his eyes.
Woo!
Oh.
And he takes them, twirls them in his hands, cocks them. And stows them in his cloak somewhere.
Nice.
Thank you,
We
mistress.
brought some life back to the dead guy. It's great.
Yeah.
That was out of character, by the way.
Thank you,
Be clear.
mistress. I will use these well in your defense. And Azravana starts into a conversation with Mikhail, asking about like the status of the ship, how the passengers are, and they go off. Xanathos appears along with Ruby, and Ruby says, "Leaving this early then."
Yeah, it appears that way.
It's a pleasure to have met all of you.
Do you guys need to go anywhere, or
We
You're just
are
gonna-
actually, the plan is to head up to Moram Vallis. But we cannot take an airship with you, unfortunately. Our operation relies on the ground.
Okay.
Enough.
Well, I wish you luck. If you need anything, sure you'll find a way to reach us.
We have our
We're
ways.
headed there too, so we'll like probably see you again.
Yeah.
Barring any acts of God or magic, I suppose.
Mhm.
We're experienced and we will be fine and safe. Remember, find Orson. I shudder to think what might happen if the White Witch manages to find a way off this lake, it seems.
Yeah. Fuck,
Like I
I'm
did.
still trying to wrap my head around fucking lake. Yeah. Well, it was nice to meet you as well. Yeah.
She shakes she holds out her hand to shake.
I
And
shake
it's a
it.
strong grip, even especially for an old lady.
Yeah.
Very strong. She could probably drop you if she really tried.
Yes.
I believe it.
I'd put money on her.
Well,
Everyone gathers around to wish you farewell.
safe
Best of
travels.
luck.
We won't need luck where we're going. We appreciate it, youngster.
Indeed.
I'm gonna like scratch Steve on the head and be like, "Bye, Steve. I hope you feel better someday."
You too. And he jumps out of your arms and shakes himself off. You see Xanathos and Azravana having a particularly in-depth conversation in which Xanathos seems to give Azravana something.
Oh. While that's going on, I think I'm gonna go try and talk to Will real quick before we leave.
Yeah, you do so. He's the one that actually picks up Steve and has become sort of his caretaker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mr. Nathan.
Hi. I was pointed in your direction by multiple people. I'm not great at enchanting. I have a couple of ideas of things I want to do, but I'm not sure how to go about them.
All right.
So
let's
I don't.
please.
I don't have a whole lot. I have a couple of ideas on how I can do them, but I've seen some of my friends spells and stuff, and also there was a spear that we fought a dude who had spears that just floated around. I was trying to figure out a way to make it to where I can maybe have mine float around me.
Are you looking for a way to
also-
bind yourself to the spear, or to be able to control it telepathically? There's a lot of ways you could do this. A lot of magical commands that would be required.
Okay.
I need to know
I mean,
exactly
either
what
one
you
of
want to
those.
do with it.
Probably control it telepathically.
Okay.
The other thing I was trying to figure out how to do is to kind of allow myself to have kind of a split focus or have something focus for me. A lot of my spells take a lot of concentration.
I
And so,
understand.
yeah. So I'm trying to figure out how to split that focus, as it were.
You would be interested in creating some magic items, I imagine. To do so,
Okay.
you would need schematics.
Okay.
I could, of course, work on these for you.
That would be lovely if you would. I can tell you what I have on me in terms of what to work with, but
That's not.
I can.
That wouldn't be helpful.
Okay.
Schematics are, in this instance, are going to be, in the arcane sense, as I am well versed, they would be matrices, metrics, different command spells to use in a consequential order in order to imbue something permanently with a magical effect.
Okay.
I would need a few days to work out the necessary ingredients. You, on one hand, would need to have access to gold or some kind of monetary value. You cannot take anything without giving.
How much am I gonna need to put in? Do you think?
It
Like,
depends. It depends on what we can come up with.
Okay.
Usually, these things, the materials required, the components you'll need, the study, will take time and currency for you.
Okay.
Normally, I would charge you for something like this, but you're a friend of Mr. Snow Swallows, so I will. An investment in your future.
I appreciate that immensely. Okay, then I'll hopefully speak with you when we both reach the destination.
Most certainly. I have been wanting a new project to work on for a time anyway.
Cool. I'm really excited. I appreciate this.
Of course. I will get to work immediately.
Yeah, and I'll see if I still can't make it worth your while.
We'll see about that. Something to help me with, yes? He points down to Steve, who rolls his eyes. I better get started. You have a safe trip.
You too. Take it easy. And I'm gonna head on to the ship.
Anything else while we're still docked?
No. Nothing.
You all say your goodbyes. A bit of a respite in between the hellish encounters you have been putting up with up to all this time.
Right?
You board the ship. River and June also having come out to meet these new people and friends. They said they would catch up with you back on the ship. You get on. You ascend high into the clouds. And you are set.
Cool.
Days, we're all kind of settled and stuff. She's gonna go
Gonna what?
She's gonna go into Cyrus's room.
No! No! I've cried
Yeah.
enough today. Stop it.
Too fucking bad.
What's in Cyrus's room?
Just like the bed, he would have brought most of his stuff with him. He probably all that would maybe be left is like, his ridiculous collection of alcohol.
Yeah, I assume.
Probably that. He probably, since he had his special sword, Gerard gave him, he had a dagger. He probably would have left that. And I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, he never really unpacked.
No.
Yeah, he just went into his room and
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I mean, anything
That's
he
what I
had,
expected.
he pretty much only carried what he could keep on him. So like a pouch of gold, his the Orpheum saber, his instruments. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
June and River are there on the deck to meet you guys. Took you long enough. I thought you died by then.
Oh, okay. If Day is still there, if we're talking to them, she's gonna go after everyone a little bit, and she's just kind of when they mention that.
Question.
Yes.
We have a literal skeleton crew, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You have a few skeletons.
Cool.
You have
Ari's
a
having a
mass
full-on
of
panic attack.
skin that is bouncing around like a rubber ball.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Yeah, I forgot.
Ariana is
Oh,
having
the absorbing clay.
Ariana is having a full-on panic attack.
Nathan's gonna
Osmond,
He is braced against the wall, holding out his staff, like ready to swing at anything that comes even like within reach. He's like freaking the fuck out.
Nathan's gonna make his way over. Okay, listen.
And he's like screaming in undercommon.
Okay,
What the
listen.
fuck is going on? What is like? So Us the only
I-
one who can understand this.
yeah,
But he's
Osmond
like, what the
understands.
fuck is going on? I don't like anything.
Calm
What
emotions.
the fuck? I hate all of this.
Calm
Oh,
shit.
emotions.
Do I have to make
I don't
a
know
save?
what he's saying, but he's fuck out, and I.
Calm emotions is a charisma?
Panic.
Eh,
exists
charisma
all-
saving throw, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, this should be an easy fail. I have no bonus.
unless he gets in that 20.
I got an
Right.
8.
Yeah, you don't succeed on that. So.
Okay, so I'm like calming down.
Okay, so
Sorry. It's just. I know it's a lot.
our friend Ezravana, necromancer. All this is under her control. They're chill. This is a controlled environment. They're actually pretty fun people. I'm a big fan.
Captain Mikhail makes your eye.
Traveling with a necro. Okay. Again,
Everything
this
making
is-
sense
this-
so far.
Sure.
They're here to help protect the ship.
Yeah, they pretty much run the ship when we're gone.
All right.
And the absorbing clay, that's kind of my fault. I'll take responsibility for that. Also the lesson and the shades. And what else did we make as?
The
Oh, that cat.
Oh, the cat!
the absorbing clay bounces up to you
Oh, Jesus.
and shrinks and molds until it looks like a tiny dog.
Oh.
A tiny
Oh.
hairless dog
Oh, God, that's both cute and terrifying at
with
the same
some
time.
like suture marks, and you see like a few human hairs popping out of it on like its back,
Oh.
and then
Oh, no.
like a human eyeball on its stomach.
So Nathan's gonna like turn around like excited wide eyes to Ezravana like, did you know it could fucking do that?
I didn't know it could do that. That's cool.
Dude!
Proud parents. Hashtag.
It's
Hashtag
a-
proud parents.
Zombie Moms
Nathan's
Part
gonna
2.
walk-
Sounds like a sequel.
Mom's part 2.
Nathan's gonna walk
think...
up. Oh,
Go. No, go.
Nathan's gonna walk up to Ezravana and be like, okay, so I have some more ideas.
Okay.
Uh,
I don't have any corpses.
I'm not saying right now, but if you want to formulate plans
Okay.
and such. Cool.
Now I'm gonna let you do that with
yeah, like
her.
I imagine they're
offline.
just gonna
Yeah.
we'll just slot out that time.
Yeah.
Ah.
No, I can only keep you calm for 1 minute.
Okay, so he's back to full on free. Okay.
Okay.
I think I would like go. I don't
Let's
know if there
hey
are
June,
rooms
is there an
here,
extra
but
room?
I believe
Maybe
there
somewhere-
was.
away from these things.
Yeah. Probably down.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can find something, I guess. Hey, where's
I'll
Cyrus?
take. Right.
He left.
I'll take you down, Ariel, then.
I have dibs on this room. More specifically, his booze.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah, I would like to leave now, please. Can we go?
Let's go.
I
Come on.
can't. Thank
Come on.
you.
River's
maybe-
sitting
It was
here,
nice to meet you.
very like just kind of looking outward.
So if June takes Ari, I'm gonna take that moment. I'm gonna go to Sai's room. That's when I take my leave.
No,
of
Osmond's taking Ari.
Yeah, I'm taking Ari.
there. Okay.
June's going with you because she wants the alcohol.
Right.
There
Sounds
should
like I'm taking
be
advantage of this.
one. There should be one bottle of wine. I think 2 bottles of ale and 3 bottles of whiskey.
Sweet.
I think. Yeah.
Hey, June, do you mind if I have them?
Okay, yeah.
Then we'll get this room cleaned up for you, I guess. Just...
Oh, I'm not gonna sleep here.
I help her gather.
Yeah. You know, I am sad though. I'm starting to kind of like him.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hey, what's going
I
on?
liked him too. He was going through some stuff. And he just kind of left, but I think he thought it was what. Anyway.
Hey, if you need someone to talk to, I'm here for you, alright?
Thank you, June. I know we haven't talked that much, but
Yeah, it's no problem. I mean, yeah, I know it's weird, like, you're paying me, but I also, like, I'm looking for, like, a play. But, like, seriously, if you need anything.
thank you.
And, River...
Maybe save me a glass of that wine.
Yeah. That'll be good. Also, River has a big thing with magic, so if you ever need help on that front.
Actually, I might.
Anyway, I'm gonna go stash this stuff where it can't be found. Take care of yourself. Ooh, that reminds me, I need to find the captain. Yeah, what's that?
He's pretty quiet, so that'd be a little difficult.
Yeah, but he seems to always know when to appear, doesn't he?
Day kind of like looks towards the door. Yeah, normally.
Anyway, take care. And she rushes out the door.
Okay. I'm gonna close it and I'm gonna just sit on the bed and take a look around. I'm gonna take out. I wasn't wearing it before, but I did have him in my bag. His
His what?
his purple cloak that he gave me. I'm just gonna hold it and then
Soon after...
just like toss it on the ground and just like hold my head and kind of
Oh.
and just like brush down and pick it up, and she's just gonna hold it to her chest and kind of.
You take your time to grieve, to take comfort in each other and get to know your new guest. You have a new goal, a new site planned. Mikhail calls everybody up. Well, doesn't really call anybody up so much as he goes to them. Informs Azravana, and by proxy informs the rest of you of the need to find a correct, suitable source of energy where the ship will need to ground. June has been using precious pearls that she had as a substitute for the dimetrium crystals required to power the ship. She has since run through 10 pearls. The machine that is used to harness the power of crystals has been altered, adjusted, and pearls simply do not stand up to the throttle. But this new information, it seems your journey, in spite of everything, continues. And Woo. Here's to us, reader. Here is to us. Here's to us knowing our worth and living comfortably in the powers that make us so uniquely us. What's next, do you think? So much has happened after all this time, and it feels as though more beginnings are still happening in spite of everything, and they're still on the horizon. It's kind of horrifying, honestly. But we'll get through it. New horizons should be celebrated. And once again, here's to us. And a good evening to you.